to the Dangerville Podcast.
Like we always do about this time.
It's Friday night, you are Rex.
The greatest show of all time.
Yeah.
And that was the third time I got crabs.
Back up in the building like I forgot something.
It's been a hot minute, boy. It's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute. Recovering from the Rona.
That'll happen. As one tends to do from time to time.
Indeed. What's up, Carl? Nice to meet you, dude. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, of course.
Finally, after blowing us off
I had
several consecutive times.
I had so much better shit to do.
That'll happen.
Got an offer from a superior podcast.
Indeed.
Moments before this one starts. Like, yeah, I'm all set.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was. I got to go to dinner. Sorry, I can't show up.
Yep.
Nah, man, it's cool. What's up with the fucking UFO tattoo you got going on there, buddy?
Oh, it was a flash sale. Tattoo parlor was just, they were like $50 tattoos, and I was like, that looks neat.
Oh,
So,
okay. Are you a big UFO guy?
I don't like, I like space. I was just, it was the only one that didn't
No, it's
have
all nonsense, but I
Yeah.
tattooed it on me anyway. It's
for profiling. People
okay.
talk to me about it. I'm like, all right, they're cool. They probably have weed.
They bring up the aliens, yeah. You know,
Yeah,
they definitely got weed.
Exactly.
Nice, yeah. I'm sort of I was way into UFOs for a long time back in the day in my
Yeah.
misspent youth. Yeah, so
I mean, they're out there.
they're out there, man.
Yeah.
The truth is out there.
It
I got the I Want to Believe poster. It's up in my weight bench room and shit up there. I want to find a spot for it down here somewhere.
Gotta step it up, dude. We gotta get
Gotta
matching.
step it up.
We gotta get matching
Oh, yeah.
fucking.
I Want to Believe tattoos.
I want to believe tattoos.
That
That's
would be
the
dope.
move, dude. That's a big swing. Right
That would
there.
be- that would
Possibly
be.
just do Coveney's face somewhere on my face might be a good look.
It would be helpful. Fuck, boys. There's a lot going on. First of all, I'm back on the watching shit train here. Since I was sick for 2 weeks, I did nothing but watch.
Oh, wow.
The fucking worst movies ever made.
What did you
So I have
catch your
many,
eye?
many things to fucking talk about. Many terrible. Well, first of all, I was like, I'm not gonna watch anything. Still, I'm just gonna listen to audiobooks, and
Still lasted roughly
soaked me in a
3.5
little bit.
hours.
So I did. I made it through 2 audiobooks. They were both pretty good, but then I had to break down and I had to sign into Netflix and like re-put in my credit card, like the whole fucking deal. But it had to be done. So I started off. I finally watched the new Ghostbusters movies, both of them.
How was that,
not the
dude?
one with the women, which I could refuse to even admit. Even happened. I heard.
Ghostbusters, Jock and Meg when you get right down to it.
It's a man's world, Ghostbuster. You know? I liked them both a lot. I was actually kind of like surprised I haven't watched them yet because we're huge Ghostbusters fans, me and him both for the original. You know, and I gotta say I liked them, especially I guess you'd say the first new one, the Afterlife or whatever, like the reset up. I liked it a lot.
With all these kids and shit?
I fucking
liked
hated it.
Did you? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
This one, the Frozen Empire, I was like,
Definitely not as good. It was kind of, the plot was a little too much. It was a little shoehorned.
This guy's about this grumpy commissioner.
That part was great. There's a lot of great throwbacks, dude. Like that guy's like the mayor now. There's a hilarious dickless joke. Like it's pretty fucking. But like the part that killed me about the new one, this one was like the Kamal Nanjiani dude or whatever, who I don't hate or whatever. He's fine. But I felt like that part of the plot was really shoehorned in. Like it was just like, all right, we got too many plot points going on. There's like the ghost girl who she's playing chess with happening. There's like all these kind of like too many plots.
And like, did you not think they were about to les out?
100%. I called it. I was like, okay, are they gonna make out?
Just
or
gonna
like,
kind of let
Yeah,
what's
I was like,
happening
they're
here?
going to the ghost world.
Indeed.
Yeah, there's going to be some slime
there's
going
gonna
on.
be some ghost scissoring for sure.
Yeah, and it
for
didn't
sure.
happen. I was
I
like,
know.
what the fuck?
I was waiting
That's
for
a bummer,
it.
dude.
I was half chubbed up. I was primed for it.
Yeah.
Nothing, it didn't happen. But
Everyone-
100%. I'm glad that it wasn't just because actually we were watching it and we were like, are they going to make out? Like, what is this?
Staggering lack of Winston BBC once again. This
Indeed,
really falls
indeed.
short on all fronts in the new one.
But overall, I liked it. It like I thought the plot for the first one though, Afterlife, was a much more solid.
Yes.
Like I was not expecting it to be so tied into the first movie. So spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. But yeah, so I thought that was cool. But I didn't hate this. I thought there was some cute stuff. There was some funny shit. But yeah, it was a little too much plot. I felt like they had like several plots that they were like, we're gonna shoehorn them all together. But
Yeah. Well,
I'm
then,
going to
like,
continue to stink it without actually having seen it.
that's fair. That's fair.
and then they got like Kumail, who's just like ripped from Eternals. It's like, and he's playing like a
Indeed.
dirtbag, like
Yeah.
just pawns off his grandma's shit. And they're like, yeah, but he's also ripped.
He's a
Like,
jack. He's just totally
that's-
jacked and all that,
like,
yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, he was definitely funnier before he was jacked.
You can be a physically fit scoundrel. You know, one thing isn't prohibitive of the other necessarily.
Indeed.
But it does.
I'm super pro that guy, if for no other reason than Silicon Valley, which is like
Yeah.
one of my favorite series ever. And He's
Hilarious,
fucking
man.
hilarious
Oh,
in it,
yeah.
dude. He's so good in that show. Goddamn, that show kicks ass.
I love
10-year
that show.
anniversary right now.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
some
really?
like they're like putting it up on HBO with like some new cover, like the 10-year anniversary, or
Yeah.
something, which is crazy. It was 10 years ago.
Yeah, I've probably seen that series of solid 6-7 times.
Really?
All the way through. I burned through it a bunch.
I never finished it. I never saw the last. That's like my MO though. That's like I never finished. Fucking
This guy
seasons.
never caught the end of Breaking Bad,
Nope.
which
Never.
of all the
I know.
series, to be like, yeah, I'm all set.
To be
here.
fair, that end episode, it was cool, but also, it's far enough away where we can admit that was very fucking stupid.
there was a little much
A
going on.
fucking
there.
remote control M60 in the back of his fucking beater. Like, no, that's not possible.
Talking to Walter White here, son. The sky's the limit when it comes
He's
to
a
ingenuity.
scientist,
I mean,
not an engineer.
he's all the above. He's a man of many talents.
Indeed. Yeah, I missed out on that. It seems like there was a couple others that I just like never finished. I don't know. I get bored, I guess.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
Especially now because like you can just stream everything so quick.
Yeah.
And I think if you're used to just streaming shit, like binging it, you
Yeah.
have to wait.
There's too much shit. It's too
Yeah.
much. That's been my problem for a while. It's like I can't watch all this shit until I get sick with COVID. Then I'm watching all of it.
Definitely.
I started watching. I started watching Death Wish, the original Death Wish. My plan.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Charles Bronson. You know Death Wish from like '78 or whatever. It's like one of the quintessential.
I
fucking-
know the movie. I've never seen it. I had it on my
it's
queue
just
a while
awful.
back. Is it?
Just
Okay.
bad, dude. It's the worst. But they had like all 6 of them, and I was like, I'm gonna run all these, but I did not.
That's we move on your part.
Yeah,
in for
no,
a penny,
yeah.
in for a pound at that point.
The
So,
other thing I considered running was all the RoboCops. They got fucking all the RoboCops on HBO right now, and I was like, yeah.
they made a new RoboCop.
Yeah,
a few
they
years
got-
back.
they got
I mean, I
that
don't know if I
too.
ever saw
Yeah.
that.
That was
I
a
don't
long
think
time
so.
ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it ain't the OG RoboCop,
Yeah.
if it doesn't have
Yeah.
Red Foreman, I'm all
Hey,
set.
have you seen I think it's on, there's like someone edited it where it's just all dick shots. Like just him just shooting everyone in the dick.
Yeah, there's that fucking T-shirt that says "Remember when RoboCop shot that guy in the
Yeah.
dick?" It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, there's like a fan made video where someone did like where he just shoots every single bad guy in the dick.
In fairness, I
amazing.
mean, it's a pretty effective move. You know, the
It'll
greatest
stop
speed.
you.
Indeed, that'll put you down. That'll put you down. I fucking ran back. This is fucking probably doesn't even need worth talking about, but I ran back fucking oh, here it is.
Quick sponsor message here.
Indeed,
Shout out
indeed.
OCP. Oh, it's a lot to handle.
Oh my god, we're so canceled. What the fuck? Wow.
What a confusing turn of events.
Yeah, that was
ended up being.
bizarre.
I don't know why that's confusing.
That
I
wasn't
understood
Don't
it.
text and
Yeah,
drive.
it's kind of straightforward.
that wasn't the real skit. The real skit's longer.
Yeah.
That wasn't the real dick. My real dick's longer. Where's the thing? I watched some Lord of the Rings, which I was saying I don't really think even needs talking about because I've seen it a billion times. But I did fucking bring the ring back to Mordor.
Lord of the Rings.
Had to run that back. And others.
New Roadhouse.
Haven't seen it yet. What do you think?
I fucking loved it.
Did you?
Top 5 movie for me.
Wow, dude, bold statement.
Getting a lot of
Yeah.
mixed reviews here on the pod.
People that hate it are just like, it's amazing. It's if you go into it like as a comedy,
Right.
because
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like they took
How
the
would you
original.
go into it as being like serious?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they took the original, the theme of the original, they kept that, like the spirit of it, and they're like, we're just gonna ramp it up slightly and make it a little more funny, change the dynamic a bit. Like it was.
Dash of Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Call it a
And
day.
he was so over the top. People
Yeah.
hate that about it, but I'm like, that's the best part. Like he is just like he's such a
Right.
clown. You have to hate him.
Right.
Like it's amazing. He enters the movie like the Terminator. He just jumps out of a window, butt naked, crouched down, stands up, steals a guy's clothing, and burns down a village. Like it's
That's
amazing.
huge. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
but
Yeah,
Like,
for
it's,
sure.
I love
it.
I've seen it like 5 times since it
Nice.
came out.
Nice.
I gotta catch it. I haven't seen it. Gyllenhaal's
Yeah.
my guy.
He's
I love me
great
some
in
Jake
it.
Gyllenhaal.
He's just a
amazing.
punch drunk, fucking like just had like 38 concussions. Like the first 2 scenes, like when I first started watching it, the first scene, like there's like a fight scene, and I'm like, oh shit! Like I turned to my girlfriend, I was like, I think I might be in on this. like I wanted to hate watch
This is
it.
for me.
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm in. And then like right after that, another scene happens, like in a parking lot, and I'm like, fuck, I'm 100% in. I am
nice.
invested.
Yeah.
It really throws you for a loop when you're just gonna hate watch something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's gonna
You're
be
like,
terrible.
oh, this is
You're like,
actually
yeah.
rules. Yeah.
Exactly. It's
pretty dope.
And it was so good.
All out. Yeah, I probably ought to dial it up and fucking watch it. I started running through. Oh, I watched the new Mission Impossible, the new, brand new one.
Part 1.
Yeah, there's no part 2's not even out yet. I don't know.
No.
How's that?
Preposterously bad, just awful, and yet the stunt scenes were amazing. And
Well,
whatever.
yeah.
But I mean, like, oh god, talking about no plot whatsoever. Like what? Like none of the. It's not even.
Plots with no
it's like,
consequences.
this is just
Tom Cruise
terrible.
jumping off the roof. Good to go.
And I went back and I ran through like the 5th one or something. 'cause
How
it
many of
was
these fucking movies they have got to be like 8
Too
of
many.
these things out. Right?
Yeah, far too many.
They've been
Yeah.
making these things for decades.
I think I tried to figure it out. I think this new one is like the 7th one.
Okay, that sounds about right. I was gonna guess 8.
But the
off
first
cuff.
one came out in 1996.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. The first one was
It's like,
dope too.
damn.
With the face change
Yeah.
and shit. Dude.
They're all pretty. Honestly, like they're pretty sweet. Like the stunts and whatever. Like this new one, like it ends up they're on a fucking like train and it's falling off the cliff and they're fucking like climbing up through the cars and shit.
Said
It's
it
pretty-
before,
it's
I'll
pretty
say it
badass.
again. Tom Cruise fucking rules, man.
Yeah.
Last Samurai was one of those hate watch movies where I
Yeah.
was stinking this movie so hard.
I
when I was
loved
seeing
that
the
movie,
preview.
yeah.
I was like, this is gonna be terrible.
I've never
Threw it out, I was
seen
like,
it.
God damn it, rules, dude. It's
Yeah,
so
there
cool.
we go. So there's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, I'm right. Yeah, and then there's the new one.
Untitled 8th film. They should just
Indeed.
roll with that as the title.
The back in the 5th one though is fucking phasing the shit on me because Alec Baldwin is he's like the head of the whatever the Mission Impossible
Eric
force or whatever.
Baldwin.
And like the new one, it's like some other guy who's not Alec Baldwin.
Tell me to go with the guys who aren't Alec Baldwin.
They're like, he's like, yeah.
Baldwin was busy.
Dude, he's like, I got court that day. Tom Cruise, sorry, I
He's
can't.
tough guy these days, Alec Baldwin.
yeah. Have you guys seen, fucking switch of gears a little bit, I'm totally obsessed with the Olympics right now, but have you guys seen this fucking gangster motherfucker from Turkey?
Fuck yeah.
Dude, this guy fucking rules so hard, but there's so many memes of him or Alec Baldwin as him. Have you seen the Alec
I haven't
Baldwin
seen the Alec
memes,
Baldwin
dude?
ones.
Oh, fucking A, it's gold.
What does the guy compete in?
Shooting.
Air pistol.
Okay.
Yeah.
BB guns.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That Baldwin tie-in.
Yep. This fucking gangster motherfucker, he's from Turkey. He's like 55 years old or something. He's just like an auto mechanic or some shit. And he's competing with no gear of any kind. Like everybody's wearing all these special fucking goggles and shit. You seen this fucking guy?
Damn,
And he's just rolling in a t-shirt and jeans
Yeah.
and took silver.
He's got that
gangster,
turkey
dude.
t-shirt. Yeah, this guy's a baller for
No,
sure.
everyone else has $1,000 in gear. He just
Yeah.
has autism. Like that's it.
This is like the viral guy right now.
Soak this guy in a little bit. I haven't caught
You haven't caught
one
this dude?
second of the Olympics.
I think
you
it's
know.
he's divorced and he took up shooting.
Yes, I read
as a
this dude.
hobby.
Yes, seriously.
Yeah, and when he won the medal, he's like, "I just want my dog back."
Yeah, he's like,
This guy's going full John Wick.
He literally was like, I started shooting as a fun weekend with my kids after I got divorced 15 years ago, and now I'm winning silver at the Olympics.
That's awesome, dude. I'm telling
That
you,
guy
we've been
rules.
talking about this for decades. That's the move. You got to find
Yep.
some obscure sport that like 10 people compete in.
Yep.
And then let's just go and become Olympic
Get
champions.
fucking dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy fucking rules. He's really kind of the hero of the Olympics. The real hero of the Olympics is fucking Snoop Double G.
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
are not following this?
Not
No,
one
I am
bit,
up on the
dude.
Olympics,
Dude.
Yeah,
Dude. Snoop, like, the best thing is just like, this other chick is the other one that everybody's going nuts about because she's like a fucking anime character.
Soaking these
Yeah,
glasses.
dude, this is what I'm
Jesus
saying. Is
Christ,
all these
this shit's
motherfuckers
intense.
are wearing all this crazy shit, all this gear and everything. This guy's got jeans and a t-shirt.
It's like a
It's just
normal ass gun. I don't even know what that gun is. Look at that
Yeah,
fucking thing.
it's
all
wild.
I want to be the
squared
guy that holds the gun sideways.
up. That's
Yeah.
Everyone else.
And in dead last, the guy who holds
Yeah.
the gun sideways.
Some dude from Texas just shows up in a cowboy hat and a beer gun, and he just like does it from the waist. Fucking wide earp.
Well, that's what the fucking Alec Baldwin memes are. I mean, they're
Yeah.
like, we didn't send our best.
Yeah.
You know, that's like that shit. Like the U.S. didn't send us give it to you. Like shit like that. Yeah, it's pretty badass.
No, it's been the whole opening ceremony was just
Yeah, all this controversy about it. The only thing I didn't watch it. The only thing I did watch was the Gojira performance,
yep.
which was awesome.
Gojira performance?
Dude, you're not, dude.
I have not paid one. I haven't seen a second
Bro,
of the Olympics.
we got to get the Gojira performance pulled up here. Gojira fucking played on the side of like the Versailles Castle
That's
in the most
dope.
metal thing
Yeah,
of
yeah.
all time.
Dude,
Dude, it
40
fucking
Marie
rules.
Antoinette's just holding heads
Yeah,
singing.
with a headless fucking. Oh, it fucking rules so hard.
I was so high when I watched this. I was like, this can't be real, right?
Yes.
This fucks.
God,
It
damn
really does, dude.
Yeah. I don't know what they're saying even.
Shame on me for not catching this, dude. Holy Christ.
They play one of these songs is from Les Mis or whatever, and one of them seriously, and the other one is some fucking French folk song that was popular during the time of Marie Antoinette.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Gojira owns. This is fucking show.
that guitar is fucking sick too. That mirror guitar,
Oh yeah.
God damn
all
it.
this pyro, just hanging off the side of the castle.
With fucking Assassin's Creed just hanging out.
God damn it. I muffed it. That's on me. That's on me for not catching it.
yeah, Gojira
it's
fucking
awesome.
rules.
I think the next Olympus is going to be in America.
It's in Los Angeles.
Yeah. So if we don't have fucking Creed doing the opening ceremony, I swear to God, we fucked up.
Well, see, here's the thing: is people are like, everybody's saying Gojira was the first metal band to play the Olympics, but you all forgot Nickleback played in 2010.
Oh shit! Well, then I guess Creed and Nickleback will be coming
See?
back for
See?
the 2028 Olympics.
Fucking man, but Snoop Dogg has just become he's
Yup.
the great. It literally is America's mascot, and everybody is fucking here for it. It's just amazing.
I don't know if they're real, but did you see the pins he's got?
Yeah, he's got pins with him blowing the rings.
Olympic rings?
Yeah,
That's so
they're
fucking
real.
cool.
It's just fucking
Yeah.
real, dude. Yeah.
But also, don't sleep on Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav also
He's
dominating.
He is keeping
Yep.
people there.
Yep,
like
literally.
I saw this one woman today. I can't remember what her sport was, but she was like, "Yeah, I'm like just won a medal for my country, and
Yeah.
I can't afford rent this
It's
month."
it's water polo.
Was it a water? Because
I'm
I know
pretty-
he funded water polo. But
That-
there's
that's
another
what-
athlete
okay.
that she tweeted, and
Right,
Flavor was like,
yeah.
"What's your Venmo?"
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Basically, like, all right, her rent is covered for the rest of the year.
Yeah. It's
God
fucking
damn
badass. Yeah, he's like completely sponsored the fucking water
Yup.
polo team or whatever.
But then
fucking
Snoop
awesome.
was like him and Michael Phelps like swam.
They did a whole
both
thing.
just high as balls.
Yep.
They just got out of the pool smiling.
He's fucking everywhere out there.
Good.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I love Snoop Dogg. Dude.
He's the man.
Absolutely fucking kicking ass.
This is going to be one of those things that's going to be a deep-seated regret for many years to come. Dude, sounds like really missing out on a once-in-a-lifetime.
Yeah.
You can stream it all.
experience here.
Yeah, the Olympics is fucking kicking ass. And before we move on from the Olympics, fucking soak him in a little bit, dude. He's at every event, just hyping up the crowd, just fucking
roasted,
repping all the fucking gear and everything. Yeah, roasted out of his goddamn mind. I want those glasses, dude. Soak him in
I was
a little
bumping
bit.
that new Snoop Dogg on the drive over here. Shit's
He literally
dominant.
was a torch carrier. He carried the torch.
Yeah, all those memes with the
the joint fucking torch, dude.
That's the lowest hanging of fruit. For
Yeah,
sure.
but it's also dead on, man.
Yeah.
But and then I guess sort of a serious note is fucking like the actual fucking like women's gymnastics, Simone Biles and everything. It is unbelievable because she fucking famously quit in the last Olympics and
Yeah.
everybody was all pissed at her and everything and whatever. And now they're just dominating the fuck out of everybody.
She's
It's
got to be
badass.
so old for that now.
She's
'Cause
like the
wasn't she
oldest-
old like 4 years ago.
Yeah, she's like the oldest like record of
Yeah.
all. She's 27, which is like really old for that sport.
I think it's usually like kind of 19, 20
Yeah.
is like max. I mean, some of those kids are
but
fucking
they're
16 or
calling
some
their
shit.
team the Golden Girls because they're the oldest team in
That's awesome.
in fucking Olympic history or whatever. But it's just badass that she's just kicking the shit out of everybody and just like totally redeeming everything. And
What's
I don't know, it's
what's
badass.
the medal count looking like? Who's top?
The
dog
last
or-
I looked, which was a few days ago, like China had the most medals, I think, but U.S. is definitely winning some gold. Like we pulled some shit in men's rowing, I think, for America, which they haven't done it forever. The big one was the men's gymnastics, which was the other guy
Fucking
that went
Steve.
fucking viral, dude.
Yeah.
This fucking Steve, the pommel horse guy, man.
Yep. Just those Rubik's Cube and pommel horse.
So awesome, dude. He just comes out, takes his glasses off, just dominates that one event,
Yep.
dude. Yeah.
Somebody's telling me about this last night. Is this guy like pseudo blind or something?
No, he
No,
just
he-
has
okay.
glasses. I mean, apparently he can't see super well without them. But
Okay.
like he kind of like is squinting when he gets on the fucking thing. But so like he looks like fucking Spider-Man. Like he's literally like he's like Tobey Maguire, and he's just sitting there, and he's only competes in this one.
I'm glad you said
event.
Toby Maguire when you said Spider-Man for the record.
I mean,
There's
come on.
but one Spider-Man, gentlemen.
What's the other guy? Not Tom Holland, the guy that
Andrew Garfield.
That guy stinks.
Garfield sticks. Although I did watch a couple weeks back that was up for Best Picture, I think last year, that Eyes of Tammy Faye movie about Tammy Faye Baker,
okay.
Jim
Oh.
Baker.
Yeah.
And he played Jim Baker. And that was pretty
Really?
good, yeah.
Damn.
Directed by Michael Showalter.
Okay.
Who is part of the whole Michael Ian Black, like the real
Yes, yes.
obscure,
The-
weird
yes.
crew of comics from back in the day, yeah.
Kids in the Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Wow. I didn't even know this fucking existed.
Yeah, it's pretty huge.
That actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, so for Best Picture, that was pretty
Oh,
good.
damn.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Yeah.
Showalter throwing it down. So.
Indeed. Yeah, the Bakers. Yeah, she was,
What's your go-to shit, man? What are you into movie-wise, TV-wise?
Movie, I kind of lean more towards like just dumb action or just like classic
Roadhouse.
comedy. Yeah, fucking Roadhouse.
Roadhouse
I
1
watch
through 2.
Roadhouse and Top Gun exclusively. One of the two.
Indeed.
Yeah, I have like a few movies I just constantly just rewatch like for background.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is like my
Yeah.
go-to. Like
a good
if I
one.
can't figure out what to watch, it's like that.
Love
Yeah.
that movie.
But like, yeah, I mean,
Did you check out the book at all? You know there's a book.
I have it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just haven't read it. I'm
It's like-
so bad at reading.
It's like everything. It's like it's not the movie. It's like everything that wasn't in the movie.
So I think he wrote the book first.
Yeah, he wrote the whole movie as a book.
Right.
And then it's like, but it's not like it's the same story just in book form. It's
Yeah.
like all this other stuff. It's like a completely like more. It's just way more material of like stuff that's not in the actual movie. And it was really cool.
Yeah, no, I have it. I just have to read it.
Audiobook, bro.
I don't-
Audiobook.
I can't do
Fuck
audio.
a
It's
really
just
reading
Just a
audiobook. dude.
podcast for dorks.
Yeah.
Basically,
Like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Touche.
I love it. Yeah. It's Quentin Tarantino, dude.
I know. I
mean,
just
it's all
refuse to
dorky.
do audiobooks because I have so many friends that they're like, I read so many books this month. I'm like,
Yeah.
audiobooks don't count as reading.
It does.
it does
It
not.
does not.
It does not.
It doesn't count as reading. It still counts as having
But you can't
consumed
say
a book.
Yeah, you can't say you read a book.
That's
and then
I listened to a book.
Correct.
They just say I listened to a book.
Yeah, that's what people like because it's like if like someone like my example like it's really far fetched, but I'm like if someone tells me your name and I'm like, okay, your name is Jeff, I fucking read your mind. That's how you sound when you're like, I read a book in audio form. Like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, agreed.
That's
There-
very
there's
far
no
fetched and
reading it.
stupid.
Okay.
But I know
That's just
I
semantics.
know I sound
though.
like an
you
asshole.
read a book,
Yeah.
you listened to a book,
Crucial
fucking
semantics.
whatever.
Yeah,
Also,
no.
if it's not in Tarantino's voice,
Yeah,
if he's
that
not
too.
reading his
Yeah.
own audiobook, I don't care.
I want Kurt Russell to be the audiobook.
He walks in.
It's like it's literally all written like that. Every single all right and K between every single fucking sentence. You know, like you're reading it.
Yeah.
All right and K. Then they got some other guy reading it, and he's just going through. And then Bruce Lee walked in. All right and K.
They got Brian Cox in
Yeah,
it.
exactly. It's some fucking famous audiobook reader.
Tarantino's book has a lot of footnotes.
Ah, yes. He does have a new book out, which is in my Audible queue. Thank you very much. That I have not got yet, but
Hey,
it's
excited to read that one. Too?
I am excited to read the new Quentin Tarantino book. Hey, I can't help it. It just makes me so much smarter than you guys, you know. And reading all these books on Audible, it's some like history of movies or something. Though it's nonfiction. He said basically that's what he's going to do now is write
Okay.
nonfiction because he's done making movies or he's making one more or whatever, you know.
That's the book you want from that guy.
Yeah,
some
it's gonna
real
be
deep cut
just, yeah.
Tarantino shit. It's gonna be
I
huge.
remember he said his favorite movie of all time was this like documentary made in the 90s called like 94 Hardbody or something. Where it's just about this
Okay.
like competition where you had to leave your hand on a car and it's like it just spirals insanely out of control.
Wow, I never
And
heard of
I've
that.
never been able to find it.
Wow, there we go.
Oh,
B-dubs all
yeah,
over.
there
it.
you go.
Hands on a Hard Body, the documentary.
I don't know if I just heard about this so many times that I feel like I watched it, or if I actually
You just stand
saw
there with your hand on a car.
They did all kinds of that shit back in the day. It was just like, hey, WXSR
Right.
radio, stand here, and whoever's last up gets the car type deal.
It's like when I signed up for this, I thought I was going to be touching a woman, you know,
Or dude.
or a man. What, this is, I'm very lonely. Did not think it was going to be
very lonely.
another human
I didn't think it was going to be a 93 fucking.
I thought I was getting Hugh Jackman's abs. What the fuck?
Right, yeah. I didn't think it was going to be a 93 Bronco. What is this? Like, what?
I already got two of these.
That looks pretty fucking cool, though. Speaking of documentaries, I'm bringing it back to the Nickleback thing as I watched that Nickleback documentary too. That was another
There's a
thing I watched.
Nickelback documentary?
Have you guys seen
Wow.
this shit? It's
Loved
called Love to Hate Nickelback or Hate to Love Nickelback or
Yeah.
something like that. It was good. It was a very good documentary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I've always said that Nickelback could definitely play. Like, since seeing them on like Conan way back in the day, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, these guys like really could fucking play. But of course, their songs are pretty schlocky, and that's why it all got fucking. But that's what the whole documentary is about. They're like, yeah, we know.
People
That's the
like
point.
our music.
Yeah.
Like,
Nickelback rules. I've got nothing but respect for Nickelback after they like did that petition thing. Because remember a few years back there was like they were gonna
Yeah,
play
yeah.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and everybody
yeah.
was up in arms about it or something. And then Chad Kroger like started some kind of petition to like keep Nickelback out of the Super Bowl. I was like, this is the choicest move anybody has
Like,
ever pulled.
They're actually like I would really fucking love to hang out with Nickelback. They're like really
Yup.
fucking hilarious, fucking cool guys.
Yeah.
Like it's just like where we play. Like just fucking and like I'm like okay, so here's what happened to me is I'm like I watch this thing and I'm like I love guitars, I love melodies and choruses and big production and rock songs
And Nickelback, yeah.
and I'm like, is it possible that I love Nickelback and I don't even know? So and to bring it back a little bit, I had listened to their new song already when it came out a couple years ago, came out in like 2022, and I was like, this song fucking kicks ass. Listened to it once and completely forgot about it.
Sounds about right.
So I'm like, so I pulled it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to work. I pull up that record. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking rock this record and educate myself. Like the first song, it's that song, it's the single, and I'm like, this fucking rules. The next song, I'm like, pretty sweet. The third song, and I'm like, ugh. It just like it starts getting into that kind of like country kind of flavor,
I
you
can
know,
do that
like,
bit.
and I'm just like, so like,
You really need the grittier Nickelback.
yeah. You need that artistic Nickelback.
But like, do you
Called
want?
Creed, motherfuckers.
Yep.
But do you want like a old Nickelback, like still trying to be like the young Nickelback, like being gritty? Like, no, they're just getting older, like playing acoustic and smoking weed.
Yeah.
Like, just let them.
I mean,
like,
that's what it was then too. It was,
Yeah.
you know, but like,
they're not like doing like crunchy metal anymore. Like,
no, but that's the thing. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Is that first song is
Yeah.
like the heaviest song they ever did, and I was like, that's why I was like, yes,
Yeah.
these guys fucking rule. But so and it was kind of weird. It's like that record. Like I listened to the whole record, and it's like the first couple songs I really liked. Then it gets into kind of like the really schlocky like kind of shit. But then it's like after like song like 6, it gets back to like being more like, you know, we don't care, nobody's gonna listen this far into the record, and like so there was kind of like some interesting shit. There was some kind of shit that was kind of like electronic-y and like, you know, so I don't know. But I will say that first song, it's called San Quentin, like the prison
yeah.
or whatever.
Okay.
Fucking owns.
That's true.
It's
Isn't
like
that
it's
where Cash did his thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. I think that's where Metallica played as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
They did that big
Correct,
concert
yeah.
and video. I think the Saint Anger video.
You gotta respect the self-awareness of Nickelback. They're kind of like
Yeah.
the James Franco of music. It's just like, we're thoroughly inappropriate. We realize how inappropriate we are. We're leaning into it.
Yeah.
And we're going to be unapologetic about it. Dude, Kroger rules. Kroger's in there.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say it.
Yeah.
What's
I'll
cool in
say
that
it.
documentary is like they show like the guitar player and like his wife. Like they're interviewing her. She's like, yeah, I was with him when he bought his first guitar. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit. So you guys like are rock stars and you're still married to the same woman after all
Same
these
with the
years?
bassist
Now
too.
that seems like
that's-
an egregious error on their part of it.
But I'm like,
time
these
for
guys
an
are
upgrade, boys.
Yeah. But I'm like, damn, these guys are like, they're just like cool dudes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's prime time.
I would love to get high with Chad
Chad Kroger, on the other hand, crushing ass across Canada.
Yeah, he's just like, no, I'm just here. He's the Tommy Lee of Nickelback.
Married Avril Lavigne.
Steel Panther played his wedding.
Nice. That's
God,
badass.
the inappropriate. I forgot he fucking married Avril Lavigne,
Yeah.
too. Are they
Gave
still
her Lyme
married?
disease.
Very famously were married and divorced within a year and a half or something.
That
like
math checks out, yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. He's at the fucking divorce court going, look at this photograph.
Yes.
And she just said, see you later, boy.
Yeah, indeed. You were a skater, boy. So anyway, Nickelback fucks. Those guys rule.
Oh, yeah.
All the fucking Ryan Reynolds material. You know, I forgot about all that shit from fucking Deadpool
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything. You know, all that fucking. He goes down the list. All that fucking 27 Juno Awards. All that
Those
shit.
count.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never seen Deadpool. I'm the fucking only human being on the planet
Yeah.
who hasn't seen this movie.
Yeah, it's okay.
People are jacking off about
The
this
new
new
one.
Wolverine and
Not,
Deadpool. Dude,
not
I'm seeing
everybody.
so much
not
shit
everybody's
about it.
jacking off about it.
I don't know if
it
I
is
don't know if it's
huge.
good,
It's
but like I'm
huge.
seeing nothing but fucking.
I really
memes and
enjoyed
ads
it.
for it. Was cool.
Yeah.
I liked it. I'm like a Deadpool fan. Like, I've like
They
really
are
enjoyed
funny.
the movies.
Yeah.
But it was just so cool just to see like the Wolverine and like all the cameos that are just like came to fruition.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge like change of pace for all the Marvel movies because they've just been dog shit the last few years.
Yeah.
And like this was like,
Ryan Reynolds is the goddamn
Yeah.
man. I'll give that to. I've been a
Yup.
huge fan of Reynolds since Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place back in the day. Dude.
The big thing, the
his
big
gin is
criticism
good,
about
too.
the new one. What's that, Dub? What?
His gin is really good too.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fucking brewing it in his fucking bathtub.
That guy's got a hand at everything.
Okay. The big criticism of it, I haven't seen it, is that it's so meta that it's just ridiculous.
but that's Deadpool.
I know, but they're this kind of like, it's so meta that it's like not even a movie.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough.
Like you're going into a Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
You got to know. Like it's just. But that's the kind of shit I enjoy. Like I don't like people will shit on movies, and I'm like, that's what I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's
You really are a Nickelback fan, aren't you?
Fuck
You're
yeah.
really, you're really that
Yeah.
guy, aren't you?
why not? I enjoy. Life's too short to not enjoy
man,
shit.
I'm with
know?
you on that. Love what you love, dude. People give me shit up for
Yeah.
all kinds of fucking pop music and shit, whatever.
Exactly.
I love the new Justin Timberlake album unabashedly. People are like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's fucking
You can't get
unbelievable.
down on the new Timberlake. You're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You need Timberlake the rules.
It fucking kicks ass. But it's the same thing. I've never cared, and that was why I kind of revisited Nickelback. I'm like, I've never cared about any, if it rules, it rules, you know. Unfortunately, about 25% of it rules.
Yeah.
No, but it was a sweet
The
documentary.
initial
though. I liked
instinct
it.
on Nickelback stinking was correct.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, and then fucking Creed fucking back together. And
They're
fucking-
Yeah.
nice little
Yeah,
resurgence
they're
here the last
really all
couple
over the
years.
place right now.
I'm seeing them in November.
You going?
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Well, because I got tickets for my fiance and I and two of our friends, and my fiance and my friends, my friends Dave and Lindsay. Lindsay, she does not want to go. So basically, Dave and I, we are so stoked to go to this thing. And Cassidy, my fiance, and Lindsay are just dreading it.
Yeah.
And then also, Cassidy does not know, because like I proposed to her last December, and she said yes and all that shit. But then, like, the proposal, I botched it so hard. Like, I fucked it up. like I proposed on a Wednesday, got hammered that night, and, like, took an Uber home. So then I was like, yeah, I dropped the ball hard.
At least it wasn't at the Creed concert, dude, you know.
Maybe. So that Friday, I took her back to Grand Haven and re-proposed on the pier. Like, I was like, hey, I want to do it right. I want to do it right.
Yeah.
But that set the precedence that I can propose as many times as I want. So when Creed rips into higher and my shirt comes off and that ring comes out, like
You gotta weasel your way on stage somehow, dude.
that would
You
be,
gotta,
hey Scott,
you gotta get out there.
Yeah, dude, get a
Scott,
shot.
Scott
Yeah.
watches this podcast.
He loves this fucking
yeah.
podcast.
I think he might
yeah.
be coming on
Yeah,
2
yeah.
weeks from
We got
now.
Tremonti coming on.
Yup.
The other guys whose names nobody has ever learned.
Nope. The guys from Alter Bridge.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever listened to Mark Tremonti's band just called Tremonti?
No.
It fucking rules. That's another one
Really?
that I'm insane. It's basically like he's like, it's all the like heavier, shreddier shit that I can't do in Creed or Alter Bridge. And he's the singer, and I'm like, he's the best singer of all his bands. I'm like,
Damn.
why are you not just the singer? Like, it fucking rules.
I
So definitely check
respect
that out.
Tremonti because he like just kept the facial hair and look of like
Yeah.
a Matrix fan.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like he's from the
Yeah,
Matrix. He's like, this is
he's
just
like,
how I
it's
look.
still 2001, right?
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
just fucking the chin
Yeah.
stripe. Like,
Yeah, indeed,
dude, good
Yeah,
for you.
yeah,
It's a good
indeed.
move. That's a
He
ballsy
kicks
move.
ass.
Yeah.
Just fucking living in Orlando and shit. You
Yup.
know, just like,
Did you ever hear the story? So you know who Bert Kreischer is?
yeah, of course.
So like Bert Kreischer was in a band with him.
Oh,
in college.
Grover. That adds up.
And they kicked Tremonti out because he was so much better than everybody else in the band.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he refuses to acknowledge that he was in a band with Bert Kreischer.
That's so funny.
So Bert Kreischer did a show on Comedy Central where it's like comedians doing karaoke, and he did Higher. Scott Stapp
Yeah.
came out and sang it with him because
Nice.
Tremonti refused.
That's
That's
hilarious,
so
dude.
funny. Like, why would you refuse? Why doesn't just own it, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, who gives a shit.
Kreischer trolling everybody for sure. Dude,
Indeed.
zero chance that was an actual thing.
Probably.
Tremonti's like,
yeah.
I went to Arizona State.
Yeah, indeed. My cousin was from Orlando, and he played in a bunch of bands. He used to play gigs with fucking those guys and a bunch of gigs with Limp Bizkit. And he was like, Fred Durst was a fucking asshole even then, because it was like we played gigs with them for like a year. They did like maybe 3 or 4 gigs, and like they were like the opening band. Like Limp Bizkit was like the opening band, and he was like, they blew up in like a year. You know,
Yeah.
it was like it was a year later, and they're fucking huge, or whatever. But he was a fucking prick even then. But which is hilarious because now I'm like, Limp Bizkit, I kind of always hated them, and now I'm like, I really like what they're doing now.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're hilarious.
Bring
now.
Corey Feldman on
Yeah,
stage.
dude,
Self-aware. They know what's going on.
The new record. Well, we've already talked about this on here, but the new record being called fucking what Limp Bizkit
Bad
still
Bad or
sucks.
something. Oh, yeah.
It's the new record. Like, yeah, that rules.
Yep.
That's awesome. Told this story many times, but I'll tell it once more. So there's a store called Believe in Music store, when music stores actually existed back in the day. Yes, these were a
Did
thing.
you know Believe in Music
Children.
around here?
No.
It was here. Yeah. Okay.
No, I wanted to believe.
In music.
But I did.
So I roll in there and I'm the, fucking metal section or rock section or whatever, looking around like 7th, 8th grade or whenever it was. I see this Limp Bizkit record, like the very first one before they were a thing. So like had kind of
$3
interesting,
bill.
yeah, exactly. The interesting album cover. So I like walking up to the front and I asked the dude, I'm like, is this any good? He goes, this is Limp Bizkit. This is maybe the finest record of the year. Just going full comic book store guy. Not really a story worth retelling in retrospect, but
No, it's hard to understate how huge that fucking album was at that time. I totally fucking hung out with Wes Borland one time too. We opened for his other band after he quit Limp Bizkit. He had this kind of schlocky, I don't know. It was called Blacklight Burns. It was kind of terrible, honestly. But they played the Intersection, and my shitty band opened for him, and hung out with him backstage for a while.
Mr. Borland, can I get an autograph?
He
Fuck
was
off.
No, he started talking to us because we had these old school Phil Collins electric drums, and he was like, "You guys using those things? Holy shit!" He was like really interested in them and whatever. And all his gear still had like Limp Bizkit spray painted all his road cases and everything, you know. And he had this like he came out like kind of dressed in like because he's always in costume, you know. He had this like preposterous like witch hat and like this leather coat and everything, and it was like his wardrobe was like open, you know. They have those like road case wardrobe things, and so I was like, dude, let me borrow the hat, man, come on. And he was like, no.
What shitty band were you in?
That shitty band was called Avidus.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
That was a very shitty band. We were around for a couple of years. And then that turned into my other slightly less shitty band called Holloway that we did for 4 or 5 years after that.
Okay.
So, yeah. But that was back in the Dizzy now.
All right.
Yeah, but that was at the Intersection, and I bought his record, and like it was kind of not great.
Okay. 'Cause I used to like hang out. I used to try to go to a lot of local shows. Like I don't know when you were in the band, but it was like
That era would have been 2006,
7.
Yeah, starting then would have been like 2006 would have been
Okay.
that through 2012-ish or something like that.
Okay.
was those
because that's when I was going to a lot of like Orbit Room and Intersection and shit around like 2010.
Yeah, we played the Orbit Room a
Pour
couple
one out for
three
the
times.
Orbit Room, man.
Yeah.
That's a sore subject.
That was the best stage
metal.
I ever got to play was the Orbit Room.
Yeah.
It fucking ruled. The Intersection was always awesome, but the Orbit Room sounded better. It was like their sound, like their on stage, like front of house guys or whatever were better or something.
Because my guitar instructor, he would play the Intersection Orbit Room all the time.
Nice.
And I was like, then he joined a cult.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
What kind of cult, dude?
Well, he started a cult, I think. I don't know. He like got really
See?
geeky.
That's
Like-
what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Top priority.
Like, do you know the band Pop Evil?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Their original guitar player, Tony.
Yeah.
He was my
I know
instructor.
Tony.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't he join a cult or something? Didn't he like
Not
move to like
so-
Florida?
No,
not
and,
to
like,
my knowledge.
He's
I mean,
just super reclusive.
I know they fired him from Pop Evil or whatever.
because he was like, I thought he was like walking around like quoting Bible verses. Then he moved
Well,
to
probably,
Florida,
yeah.
and then like started his own church
Nice.
that came off. Like I looked because I tried to hit him up and it seemed like really culty. When I was
Well,
like,
I mean, that
and I was
tracks, but yeah.
But all right,
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
he taught me like a lot of like what I knew. Like it was like cool,
Yeah.
like hanging out with those guys. I was like, oh shit, that's like kind of started me knowing how to drink.
Yeah, that adds up too. Yeah, our guitarist in those bands used to roadie for Pop Evil
Okay.
as their guitar tech back and forth. He was kind of tight with Lee, the singer guy
solid.
there or whatever. And yeah, he would like tech for him when they were like in town
Okay.
and stuff like. He didn't like ever go on the road with them or anything. But
Right on.
Yeah, I'm not a really big fan. That Lee guy was definitely a fucking prick.
I got that vibe. He was always a dick at Hooters.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. I mean, there's a lot of bands like this where he was just rich from the get go and bought his way into the music
Gotcha.
industry.
Which is a pretty good move. Pretty
Well,
good way
I
to
mean,
go.
you know, hey, if you can do it, more power to you, bro.
Yeah.
But you also maybe don't got to be a prick about it.
Yeah, I wish I was less of a, because I was like maybe 23, 24, if that, around then.
Right, yeah.
Maybe younger. So I just like, I didn't know like how to hang out with people. Like I was so awkward.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Well, they're probably a bit older too, right?
Yeah.
Like there's always that
But like,
age
because Tony was
dynamic.
like teaching me guitar, he'd be like, come to the show, like come hang out. And I would, but then I would just be like this weird like fly on the wall, like just not knowing. I was like so fucking awkward.
Yeah.
That can't be that. How old are you?
35.
Okay, you're just a little bit younger than us because I think they're about the same age as me. And I mean, we're
Yeah.
40,
Yeah, I
right?
just
Yeah,
was
man.
like, I was like just very reclusive and shit when I was younger. Like it
Gotcha.
wasn't until I started
Yeah.
stand up that I was like down to like not be fucking awkward as hell. I'm still awkward, but at least now I just own it.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Well,
Like,
that's the key. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think being a dick when you're famous is kind of the move. Like, God forbid if this podcast ever blows
Just
up,
gonna
I'm gonna be a fucking
insufferable asshole.
Yep.
best friends. Go, hey, what's going on? Congratulations. Like, sorry, do I?
I don't
know
even.
you?
Yeah. Who are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
Yeah.
Speaking of comedy,
go.
my friend, getting into that a little bit. Did I see that you hosted a show at Dr. Grin's for Dan Soder at one point? Is this accurate information?
Yeah, I hosted the whole weekend for him. So it was 6 shows, and
Nice.
it was unreal.
That had to be pretty awesome. How was that?
Oh, Soder's like the man. He's so fucking good at comedy.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's
Soder's
Soder
awesome.
rules. Yeah,
Yeah.
Soder's a man.
My bad. I'm,
But no,
just,
it
I'm
was-
just being real. I don't know. I've never.
No, he's one
I
of
feel
the
like I
best
heard the
comics.
name, but yeah.
But no, he was so great. And then it was my first time hosting a full weekend there, and the very first show, like every single show, sold out. But then the
I would
first show,
imagine.
he was like, "Hey, I got my buddy Patton coming to do a guest spot." So then Patton Oswalt just walks in.
Nice,
So-
dude.
I saw he was in town. He was like
Yeah.
posting shit about some fucking restaurant or something.
Yeah. So he was there. He got to town a night early, and he came to Dr. Grin's, and he did a guest spot.
Nice.
And like he was just sitting in the green room listening to those guys talk was just.
Right.
I just was quiet because I was like, these guys are just the best at
Oh,
what they
that
do.
had to be
Sick.
so cool.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Patton Oswalt's a badass.
You didn't
yeah.
break his balls about the new Ghostbusters?
No,
So you
I didn't know he was in it.
You missed that opportunity.
No, it was like he was just the nicest dude. Like, because he didn't see
seems
my
really cool.
set. Like, he was like in the green room during my set, and he was just super apologetic. He was like, "I'm so sorry, I missed your set. Like, I'm really like, I heard you were great." I'm like,
No, he saw it.
Yeah.
He was just being cool.
no, I fucking murdered, dude. I did so good.
He's like, yeah, no, I didn't see it, man.
I was like, well, no one saw fucking Ghostbusters either, dude. No, he was so nice. And then the next night, a dude from New York, Louis J. Gomez, came and did a guest spot.
Oh, man.
And
Wow.
hanging out with him in the green room was
Yeah,
just like,
he's something else.
yeah, he
That's
was
a big
exactly.
weekend, man. You'd be
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
fucking thrilled. Were you shitting your pants going into it? Were you excited? A little from both? Or?
I was. It was very. It's weird. I was pretty calm actually, because
Okay.
I was like, after the first night. Like the first night, I was pretty nervous, but then after I killed it, I was like, "All right, I'm doing well. Like I'm hitting like all the notes. Like hosting is super easy at that point, and like, yeah, the nerves kind of washed off. And then Soder, like they were all just so cool and like."
Can you pull up a picture of Dan Soder? Is it? I don't, maybe I know who it is.
No.
I can't believe I don't like.
You ever watch the show Billions? All right.
Oh, I forget he's in Billions, too.
Yeah, I've never watched it, but
I don't know who
boys
that
like
is.
Sam Morril and Mark Norman and all
Okay.
those guys,
Yeah.
kind of same.
him and
Okay.
Big J
About our
had
age
the
type thing,
bonfire
yeah,
for a while.
yeah.
Yeah, which I don't like. I know who Big J is, but I don't really like follow him either.
Yeah.
So like,
But he-
Soder's very
He
funny.
hangs out with Shane Gillis too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did catch the new Sam Morril special though that just dropped.
How was that?
Is it good?
Was it choice?
I liked it. I'm not gonna say it wasn't good. It was very good. I didn't like it as much as his previous one.
Okay.
I felt like and this is fucking like. I felt like the material wasn't as strong. It was a little more like story time,
Okay.
and less like hard material. Like I don't know. It was very funny. I liked it. Like this all sounds stupid too. I liked that he was like really classed up in like a suit and
Saw
shit.
that.
Like
that was supposed to be
cool.
the thing for this new one. It was kind of like the next
Yeah.
evolution of his.
He was
like,
very like New York classy,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even the set and everything. And I mean, obviously, there's fucking hilarious. There's tons of great stuff. I'm
he
not
was
saying it wasn't funny.
Bart
but-
Gotze talked to him in today. It's like, hey, I got to class it up. And he's like, you're a New York kid, go for that. And he's like
He
a
looks
big
good.
noir fan.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Kind of
Huge film guy
Yo.
and everything. So like,
I haven't
yeah,
seen
looked
this
good.
one yet, but man, Sam Morril is old. He's one of my favorite dudes.
Oh, he's killer.
He does
Yeah.
the We Might Be Drunk podcast with Mark Norman, which is
Yeah.
one of my favorites. I actually think Sam Morril, I'd prefer his stuff to Norman's stuff quite a bit. It's just a little more dry and
I
kind of up
agree.
my alley. But yeah,
I like
catch that
Norman
new
because
one.
I just like jokes. It's just like
Also great, yeah.
bad like bad jokes is why they're so funny.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
like jokes. It's a
I
little
got-
different.
I got to hang with Norman. It was actually so he came to Grand Rapids to Grins. The last time I was at Grins, and I was kind of like enough established at the club where I was able to like get green room access.
Right.
And like I don't like to just barge in, like that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
But like
No, you got to go in there big swing
Yeah.
and big style.
Indeed.
What's
But,
going
like,
on?
he-
What's
like,
I
going on,
hosted
Johnny?
here a couple times.
yeah,
What's up?
I never even hosted there before at that
Right.
point. So I was just like, hey, and he was like, yeah, you're a comic, like, let's grab a beer, let's go. And like, so like I was hanging out with him, and it was this night that Alec Baldwin killed that woman.
Oh, right.
So we found out about it together, and then he like wrote a joke about it that night, and the next
Yeah.
day he like did it again on stage, and like, but he was so rad, like just hanging out with
Yeah.
him. He was like super cool. Like,
He seems like one of the
he's-
coolest
yeah.
guys, man. Both those guys are
So
so
like what I love about like I've been very fortunate where I've got to hang out with like bigger name comics, and they're the better comics I've noticed. They're after they're set, they'll murder, and then they'll go in the green room and they'll be like, "Fuck, that sucked."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
awesome,
yeah.
cool. I feel that way all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm glad like you're not like just,
always your own worst critic.
oh
Right?
yeah.
Well, that's
Like,
what they always say about Attell, who everybody jacks off as the greatest
Yeah.
comic of all time. He's like, yeah, I'm fucking trash, I'm garbage, you know. And you kind of got to have that mindset with anything you do,
I think
right?
so,
like you
yeah.
get complacent and lazy
Right.
or whatever, but you got to kind of have that fucking self-hatred, I would imagine,
Oh,
in
yeah.
comedy just to keep
if
going.
you're not
and-
trying to
yeah.
improve, then you're not.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you
Yeah,
doing?
exactly.
Otherwise, you're just writing the same old lame Brandon Fraser whale jokes week after week. You know,
Yeah, it's Kim Kardashian jokes all the time. Like, enough.
Cardi B,
already.
Yeah.
hack material.
And like I'm so like every time I work with a comic, like anyone that's like better than me, like even if they're newer than me and they're like I think they're better, I'll be like, do you have any like advice on my material? And like because I don't care, like I'll take all advice.
Yeah.
Like I featured in Mark Ridley at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle in Detroit for a weekend, and the headliner at the end he was like, dude, you crushed every show. Here's what you can do to be better. He like gave me a list of shit, and then he's like, and don't worry, I gotta work on it too.
everything. You killed, but you need to
were great.
rewrite the entire
Here's
show.
7 things you should do entirely different.
Yeah. But I was like, no, man. Yeah, I get it. And like, it was super cool. And then like the next time he comes to Michigan, like I'm supposed to be like his guy. So like when he
Nice,
comes
man.
back, like, and
That's
I
a
hope
good
so.
way to be, though, honestly. Like, you
yeah.
can learn
Yeah.
shit from
Yeah.
younger, less experienced. It's just different points of view, man. The
Oh,
more
for
lenses
sure.
you can look through, like, the more you're going to grow and the more shit you're going to, in
Yeah.
every aspect of life, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, this guy's constantly leaning on me for advice. And
Seriously.
just, hey, how can I
Seriously.
That's what you were saying.
Have you guys seen fucking, or not seen, but the fucking Rogan live show happening tomorrow? You guys up on this shit?
I think it's
No.
gonna fucking suck.
Do you? That's very possible.
Yeah, Rogan's a terrible
Rogan's
stand-up.
doing, it's very.
He's not great these days.
He fell off so hard.
Was he
good
ever
these
on?
days.
I mean, there's
No.
a lot of people that would
His
say it was never.
Shiny Happy Jihad was funny. And then
I
he couldn't
like
do
a lot of
anything good.
Rogan shit, but he's definitely better as a podcast host.
Yeah.
He absolutely has just the air of not the air, but he just seems like one of those dudes where he got so popular from UFC and so popular from podcasting
Yeah.
that just like there was a halo effect for the comedy where all of a sudden everybody thought he's like the greatest comic ever. It's like, bro, nobody gave a fuck about Joe Rogan's stand up before all this other
Yeah,
shit.
I don't know. I mean, he was still pretty big. I mean, he's been headlining and
Oh,
shit
yeah,
from
he-
way back in the
yeah,
day.
He
you know?
sells out, but it's not because his talents. Like, he's not because he's a fucking great comedian.
It's because you're afraid he'll
'cause
choke
people
you
wanna
out
see him.
if you
Yeah,
don't buy a
like-
ticket.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
What's the deal with this live show? I haven't
So
heard anything
you know
about
how
this.
like Chris Rock did that live show? Well, Rogan's doing a live show tomorrow. It's the fucking big thing. It's on Netflix Live.
Oh,
It's his
wow. I
new
haven't heard a
special,
goddamn thing
which is
about
fucking badass. I'll fucking give him that. It takes a fucking gigantic fucking sack of nuts to fucking do a
Which
live
apparently Rogan's
thing.
got in spades for the
Yeah.
record based on the ice bath videos from what I've heard.
Nah,
I
that's
think Louis
tiny.
C.K.'s
Big, big.
alive.
He's hung like a fucking light switch, dude. It's tiny, bro. There's nothing going on there.
That is a bold swing, though, man. I got to
Yeah.
imagine the fucking nerves going into something
Yeah.
like that because how many
Chris Rock
times...
kind of fucked up. You know,
Yeah.
he kind of like stumbled and shit.
It's,
you know?
it's
like-
actually pretty cool seeing it, though, because you
Yeah.
always see, like, the end finished, uber polished
Yeah.
product from
After
these
4
guys. And
shows.
it's just like, oh, they nail it every time and everything's
Yeah.
word perfect. But
Yeah.
of course, that's the curated, distilled version of the best
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
multiple shows. So to see somebody
Yeah.
like Chris Rock go up, arguably one of the best of all time, go up there and stumble through shit, it's like, oh, he's a
Yeah.
fucking human being and this is a hard thing to do, which is pretty rad. You know?
But yeah, you mentioned Louis did the live one
Yeah.
too. We watched. It was on my birthday, and we watched it here, where it was right when we moved in here. There was like nothing, like it wasn't as this down here, and we fucking dialed it up and fucking watched it.
I thought it was
This shit.
great.
It was good. Yeah,
Like,
it was super fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
love Louis. Yeah.
He's not a good person, but he's funny as fuck. Like,
Like he says in that stand-up comedy. He's
he
like,
owns up to it. Like, he's like, yeah, this is not Chris
if you
D'Elia.
ask ladies if you could jack off in front of them and they say yes, check in from time to time. That was just a fucking joke, which is hilarious.
Yeah,
You know?
like I'll
Great line.
like anytime he puts shit out, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Have you
Hilarious.
guys ever seen the? So I don't know if you know Joe List, who's
Oh,
another
yeah.
comic. I like Joe List a lot. So he's one of Louis' guys, and Louis got his whole web thing. They made a movie together,
Yeah, 4th of July.
which I've never. Have you seen it? Is
No,
it cool?
I heard it wasn't awesome.
Yeah, I
but,
kind of
like,
heard the same.
Yeah, it's yeah. Did you guys see Old Dads?
Yeah,
Because
Yes.
I started watching it. That was something else I was fucking out. I watched like the first like 10 minutes and I wasn't in the mood for it. I was kind of like, I'm not in the mood for kids or something right now. I wasn't. I turned it off.
That very much seems like the funniest version of that genre that you can do, but it's kind of like a cliched genre. You know, it's just it's the dad stuff. I'm a dad now. I got kids.
They were
it's
in this
wacky.
gray area
Look at all the
where it
wacky
was-
things my kids do.
Yeah, it was they were in this gray area. They either had to like go a step farther to be more like offensive-ish,
Right.
or a step back and be more family friendly. Because they were just like in this area where they didn't commit to either genre.
Yeah.
Because
Gotcha.
like the whole
It did
like, school
crush them. They
drop-off
made
scene.
a lot of money. It was
It was
very
a fun
successful.
flick. It was
It was
a fun
good.
movie, you know? It's not anything I'm going to sit down and watch repeatedly, but it's pretty fun.
Have you seen Burr's? It was like a very short. It was like almost like a little sketch show he put out called Immoral Compass.
No,
It's
I heard
really
that.
good. It's
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on like Roku or some shit.
Right,
But it's
yeah.
like basically just Bill Burr. His character's like this fucking like angry steel worker, just like in his. It looks
Yeah.
just like this basement.
Just like stretching the
then he,
limits
like,
of his
and it's-
comedic He was an
yeah,
angry
yeah.
something or other.
And then it's just like him like introducing like videos, but they're all like comedians. They're like very fucked up scenarios and just they're
Nice.
super funny. And like it's very short watches, but I highly recommend it.
I'll check that
it's
out.
very funny. It's
Burr's
like
the man.
Yeah, he really is.
Burr
I
fucking
love
rules.
Oh,
Burr.
yeah.
I loved F is for Family too. I loved
that was
it.
good.
Yeah,
Super
I
funny.
thought it was great.
Never made it all the way through. That was one that I stopped midway through for
Yeah,
no
it's a
apparent
cartoon.
reason. Yeah.
I couldn't either.
I mean, but there's only like 4 seasons or something, and it ends. You know,
I do
It's
like
kinda-
Justin
liked it.
Long quite a bit too. I'm a closet Justin Long.
Well, all
Nah,
the
he's
material
great.
in that show about fucking playing in a prog rock band when you're a nerdy kid was so
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
funny because it's actually dead on because Bill Burr actually knows that stuff.
Yeah.
And so like the nerdy aspect of it for like me and all the fucking nerdy ass
what
musicians
Can
and shit.
you look up the
So
name
good.
of his son's band?
It's
Something
called
like
Shire of Frodo.
Yeah.
so good. Shire Frodo, and then they fucking there's the other kid, the fucking white trash kid, fucking joins the fucking the other band, and he's like shreds on guitar, and all the chicks are all fucking into it.
I don't
and
know if I
shit.
got that far.
They're
now.
doing like Led Zeppelin.
Oh,
like you know.
Well, Justin Long cut out a nice little niche for himself and like
Weird horror.
comedy
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. You
Yeah.
ever see that Tusk movie with him?
I didn't
I've
see
seen parts.
that.
I've seen good parts.
Bro, it's pretty wild.
I saw the other one though, the newest one with the guy from It. Whatever.
Was it with the like incestuous deal with the kid in the basement type
Yeah.
thing, and the crawl like in the house
Oh,
that he owned?
yeah.
with
Barbarian?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
Yeah,
I liked
I
it
thought
too.
it was
Yeah,
good.
it's
I
good.
love Barbarian.
Yeah, it was a
I
good
watched
movie,
that
yeah.
last. I always go through like a big horror thing, like
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
October.
Yeah, for
usually,
sure.
kind of
Yeah.
use that month to burn through some new shit.
It's
and call it
difficult
pretty
to
solid,
jack
yeah.
off to, but I got there.
You can do it if you try.
It was all right.
Also, a shout out. If we're talking horror movies, real quick. Unexpected, awesome horror movie, which I think was based on some like Norwegian horror flick or something. It was a vampire movie about it, but it was like with kids, which I don't like stuff with kids generally speaking, you know, but it was like super awesome. It was really fun. It's about like this, you know, new girl, 6th grade, 5th grade, or whatever, moves into town. She's like a vampire and then befriends this kid, and it's a whole thing. Great flick. Beat up if you wouldn't mind. It's pretty snowed. That was breaking your balls, but yes. Yeah, that's the right
yeah,
one.
okay,
Yeah.
I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks
Oh,
really
I
good.
think this is the original Scandinavian, whatever the fuck they had based on this. Is cool.
This looks terrible.
In any event,
We should take a break though, because I want another drink.
yeah, it's about that time.
All right, it's about that time. It's break time. Yeah.
Am I taking that unenthusiastic nod as a yes?
So anyway, to rehash
Yeah,
the room.
the room.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi. Hi, doggy.
Who is the guy? The
Greg
guy.
Cicero. He
Tommy
plays Mark.
Wiseau?
Tommy Wiseau. He's the director, star.
That's
Yeah.
the top dog.
Yeah.
The big dog in the operation.
But you hung out with this dude?
No, they did
Yeah,
a
the other
screening.
guy.
Yeah, they did a screening at Wealthy Theater.
Nice.
And Greg Cicero, who plays Mark, travels with it, and he like does a Q&A, like does a bunch of interactive shit beforehand.
That's amazing.
Like,
That is
seeing it
awesome, yeah.
seeing it in a theater is an experience.
Right.
It's like Rocky Horror, where people
Yeah,
are like
yeah,
interacting, throwing spoons and shit. But I was like, we're going to see this. I need to get ripped. So I just took some edibles, and I go there, and like I can barely keep my eyes open. Like it's one of those highs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. And I go out to the bathroom, and Greg, he was just standing at his table, his merge table, and like he'd been taking photos the whole time. So I was like, "Can I get a photo real quick?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, sure." And then like I got the photo. Like they took the photo, and then I got back to my chair and I looked, and like he's just like not smiling, and I'm just like,
He's like, this is
like,
my
this
fucking
fucking
life now.
star.
yeah.
asshole.
I may have called him Mark. Honestly.
Oh, hi, Mark. If you didn't say that, I mean.
Yeah, but I was like, whatever, man. Like,
It's like, oh, that's hilarious. And nobody's ever said that to me before.
yeah,
It's great.
and I didn't
Right,
do it on
right,
purpose.
right.
Like, I wasn't trying to
Yeah.
be disrespectful. But like,
You son of a bitch.
and then the movie was phenomenal.
Was it incredible? I gotta imagine
yeah.
it's a fucking great
Well,
watch.
because it's like just so interactive. Like there's like there's like a scene in the movie where like when they're in the room and there's a picture of a spoon, just like a framed picture of a spoon. Whenever that comes on, everybody just throws spoons at the screen.
seems
So
wildly
like you'll just be
dangerous for that.
rained like plastic
Dude.
spoons, just raining down on top of you. It's so cool. And then
Full
like
size metal spoon.
Grandma's
Yeah.
silver, yeah.
I brought one of those oversized wooden ones from my grandma's
Exactly.
house. Just fucking
Exactly.
This one's for Nana. Rest in peace. But no, it's just so fun because like there's a scene like whenever they show a car crossing the Golden Gate Bridge, everyone's like go go go, like just screaming because like they use the same clip for the whole movie.
That's
like,
hilarious.
There's sex scenes that are reused like throughout the movie.
Wow.
So
I've only seen like clips. Like we watched a bunch of it like
Yeah.
a week or two ago on here, and like I know what it is, but like I've never actually like sat down and watched it. I'm really,
No, if
we're
it-
really fucking it up. We need to. See
There are a
this.
few
Yeah.
things more entertaining than a genuinely bad movie, which I love and I think everybody loves at this point. But when that shit started to blow up and everybody realized like, oh, Bruce Campbell shit's like the greatest shit ever made, then people started intentionally making piss poor
Yeah,
movies,
right,
which takes
right,
all the
right.
sport out of it, right? Like a movie's
Yeah.
got to be bad by nature. It can't.
Yeah,
be,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it can't
yeah.
be this ill-conceived, fucking fabricated terribleness. It really
Exactly.
takes all out of it. It takes the magic away.
So yeah. Anyway, he's coming on the pod.
Hell yeah.
Tell me myself. That's funny that dude fucking tours with it and shit. He's just like,
I think they all like. I think Tommy does too.
yeah. God damn. That's
They
so
make a
funny,
shit
dude.
ton of money.
I know.
I'm
That's what's
sure.
crazy
That's
about it.
awesome, dude.
Because like, well, I guess you didn't. A lot of the times you have to like pay to get your picture taken and shit
Yeah.
like that. You know.
No, he was like. I think he like. I think like I don't know if he was genuinely pissed. I think he was just like.
Yeah.
He was probably smiling all night, and he just has his like blue
Right.
steel face.
Dude.
But like.
I picture those guys as the Ben Affleck meme where he's smoking the cigarette
Pretty
outside
much,
the bar,
yeah.
and he's like, "Fuck, this is my fucking life." You know?
But like, he was genuinely like. I think he genuinely enjoys like the fans like because nobody is there to like clown him or like be a
Right,
dick.
yeah,
They're like they
yeah.
love this.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like I think he likes the support from the fans.
He's
like,
getting laid
from
and
what
shit, you know,
Probably.
like-
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of
I
ways,
fucking
to go
tried
through it,
from
it's
the
not a bad
room,
one.
yeah, we got to fucking pull it up and watch that shit.
It's good. If it ever comes back, it'll probably come back to Wealthy Theater. It's so cool to go to just
Yeah.
live.
That's a good move on your part, dude. That would have been pretty rad to see, I
Yeah,
would imagine.
need to start
Yeah.
going to more of those wealthy theater shows. Like I see, like I'm on the
Yeah.
list. I see shit or whatever. Like I've only been there like once.
It's got to be fun because you got to imagine, I don't like people that are going to these movies probably fucking love them, right? Like maybe it's just a random little
Yeah.
wealthy theaters
Yeah.
doing a thing, but I got to believe
They
people
only
that
show-
are going to it, it's like an event.
Yeah.
for
They had the
fans,
guys
you know.
from Napoleon Dynamite not
Yep.
that long ago and
And
shit.
a lot.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had Tina.
Did they?
Yeah, one of them.
Dude, that's
But like
hilarious.
they only show like cult classics. So I
Right,
mean, you're
yeah.
going to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, I saw Paranormal Activity there.
Nice.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, it would be fun.
It's a cool spot.
Yeah, the wealthy is fucking badass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think fucking Dave Jones and Turbulence Time. They were doing shows.
Oh, no shit,
there.
okay.
You know those guys?
I know them. I haven't really done many shows with
Yeah,
them.
they do those fucking like weed friendly shows and
Yeah.
stuff, which I haven't gone to any or something, but I think it's awesome. You know,
Yeah,
like, it's
I've-
fucking sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. I've done like a weed show before, and like I don't like doing it.
Everybody's so high.
Yeah,
I think
'cause,
somebody
like-
else was saying that too.
yeah,
They're
it's
like,
like,
everybody's
you're not-
so high they just like
Yeah, and like I just like I
You
don't
get
know.
past that tipping point when everybody's so blown
Everybody's
out.
asleep.
Yeah,
Just
You know,
contemplating the mysteries of the universe while you're getting
exactly.
into your bit.
Yeah, booze is probably a little bit better for the
Yeah.
Speaking of getting into bits, boys.
yeah.
Should we make it about that time?
We should,
we
man.
just do it?
Yeah, it's been literally one of the worst fucking 2 weeks ever. Like, segues aside, man. Having COVID fucking sucked. It fucking kicked my ass, dude.
Confirmed, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta call myself out because I've been talking shit about COVID. It's like, yeah, fuck COVID. I got nothing. COVID's got nothing on me. But I'm bragging about how I'm unsickable at this point. I'm like, man, immune system can't be dominated, can't be phased. And I got sick. I'm like, oh, I feel yucky right now. This sucks.
Yeah,
I'm very tired.
It sucked ass. I was out of work for a week.
Beat up loving that news pull up, by the way. That's a good look. Yeah, we need to make a news background
Yeah.
for this segment.
I'll make one. Yeah. All right.
All right, gentlemen, without further ado,
Yeah,
let's
let's-
get right into it.
Dangerville Podcast presents
play.
News of the World.
What's the deal?
It's a real
Performance
blue balls
issues.
there.
It's
All
still
right,
in
let's
there.
get right into it. Some quick and crucial work on your part there, Beat. Well played, my friend.
All right, what's
All right,
going
my
on?
friend. I hate to do this to you. I hate to show up a comic on his own turf and just outdo him at his craft right
okay.
in front of him. It's something I take no pleasure in. Let me be clear in saying that. But from time to time, it's got to be done, boys. All right, we're gonna get right into it. First up on the docket, what makes a baby bison white? It's a fine question.
That's always a race thing with you, dude.
Photos of a white bison calf in Yellowstone National Park have generated much excitement as only an estimated 1 to 2 white bison are born every year.
Wow.
Yellowstone officials were initially reluctant to confirm that the calf was actually white, but were later able to do so confidently after it requested a splash of oat milk be added to its iced latte. Yes.
Yeah.
Lackluster reaction there. Thought that was kind of bad, but all right.
That's good. That's good.
Carl remains unmoved over there getting stone-faced by Carl. Sorry, I'm talking on your turf, bro.
Talk all that shit.
Feel a little threatened over there. I see how it is. All right. No worries.
Gonna
Moving
leave.
right along here. Oscar Mayer Wienermobile flips onto its side after crashing along suburban Chicago highway.
Wow.
Boys, see this one, yes.
No. Damn.
An Oscar Mayer Wienermobile got into a pickle on a Chicago
Oh, Jesus
highway. yes.
Christ.
The hot dog-shaped Wienermobile hit a car Monday morning along Interstate 294, and its driver lost control and overcorrected, causing it to roll onto its side near the Chicago suburb of Oak Brook.
That's
gentlemen.
not even the real
That's-
Wienermobile.
yeah,
dude.
that's-
Yeah.
No, this is some other Wienermobile. This is some bootleg Wienermobile
I don't
footage
know.
right
I
here
think
for
that's
sure.
it, bro. I think that's it.
The crashing of this vehicle is the most devastating thing to happen to a wiener since Bruce became Caitlyn. Since Bruce became Caitlyn. Alternate submission. The immobilized vehicle was named the world's most useless wiener, a title previously held by Jeff Bezos since his decision to step away from Amazon.
How was that?
What?
Worst episode.
All right.
How many are you going to hit?
I'm going to hit a few, though. It's self-flagellation. It's,
You were so close to a cutoff.
Hail Marys.
I'm going to course correct. I'm going to preemptively shit on my own
That
material.
mini Wienermobile, by the way, can we just talk about that? Was not the real fucking Wienermobile.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, man, it's not the size of the Wienermobile that counts. It's how you
what
drive
the
it.
fuck?
That's how you use it, for sure.
You could be fucking like, baby, I finally got a job. I'm driving the Wienermobile. That's not even the full size Wienermobile.
Some
friendly.
wiener
We're
with it. Some flaccid. I got nothing. Should be far easier to pull material off the cuff for this low-hanging fruit, but such is not the case. All right, 2 more terrible jokes. Those went over like a fucking ton of bricks, and it just goes downhill from here. Daughter of Hall of... Oh, this is really bad. Daughter of Hall of Fame pitcher Dennis Eckersley says she thought her baby died after giving birth.
Ooh.
Yes.
Jesus.
So the daughter of Hall of Fame baseball pitcher Dennis Eckersley testified at her trial Wednesday that she didn't know she was pregnant when she gave birth in the woods in sub-freezing temperatures.
Holy shit.
On Christmas night in 2022, and thought her now 19-month-old son had died.
Whoa.
Yes. Prosecutors said she left her son alone for more than an hour as temperatures dipped to 15 degrees Fahrenheit and suffered respiratory distress and hypothermia.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yes. Eckersley's daughters defended her decision to leave the child in the woods, saying, "When I left him, I swear he wasn't breathing. Finding out later that he was still alive was a real curveball."
Oh.
A real curveball.
He's like,
A real curveball.
he was just a
Eckersley's daughter. He was a pitcher.
It's the Major League
He used to be a
Baseball.
pitcher.
left that kid just a bit outside.
Sports.
Yes.
All right.
Coming up with finer material off the cuff right
fair
here.
enough.
After talking all that shit.
All right, boys, and last but not least, thankfully, whale surfaces capsizing fishing boat off New Hampshire coast.
Yes. Yes.
Two fishermen are safe after a whale crashed onto their boat, capsizing it off the New Hampshire shore, according to the U.S. Coast Guard. The officials are unclear as to why the whale attacked the boat, but witnesses reported the two men having a heated argument about whether Encino Man or Bedazzled was the more overrated comedy shortly before the incident occurred. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your
Dangerville Podcast presents News of the World.
consistent bangers once again, getting some pity applause from Beto. Much appreciated.
So good. All kinds
That's akin to my mom telling me I did a great job after I just
love you,
struck
honey.
out for the third time in Little League. But thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Love you too,
Don't
buddy.
listen to those other kids.
You're the smartest and handsome, most funniest boy out there.
Anyway, Brandon Fraser's back.
Been too long since a solid B phrase joke, gentlemen. I
get it because the whale.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a thread for roughly 35 weeks.
It was
in a row.
funny
There's
when the
nothing-
whale
yeah.
was irrelevant and we're still doing it. By we, I mean Shaman.
far
Still
more
doing
funny
it.
now. I argue it was the comedy only.
Still never actually saw the whale.
No, not so much. I'd imagine it's choice. Aronofsky's the man. I got to get into this, boys. This
What else is
has
going
got
on?
to be said here.
Soaking man.
I know we try to steer away from politics on this show, but I simply can't let this one
All
by.
right, what's going on?
There is an egregious Ohio Supreme Court decision, gentlemen. Do you know what I'm talking about here?
No.
Step aside the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Step aside OJ being pronounced innocent. This is the most absurd thing the court has ever handed down. Ohio Supreme Court on the boneless wing ruling, gentlemen. Have you heard about
What?
this?
No.
Okay. So the Ohio Supreme Court ruled that boneless chicken wings can indeed contain bones and dismissed a lawsuit against a restaurant where a customer suffered medical complications from a goddamn bone that was left in a chicken wing.
No, that is preposterous.
This is
what the
absurd,
fuck?
gentlemen.
Yes.
The court's decision was a 4-3 ruling.
Yes,
Okay?
this is an egregious miscarriage of justice.
Stating, get ready for this one, boys. Stating that boneless refers to a cooking style rather than the wing itself. It's the most preposterous ruling I've ever heard.
Have these guys had wings?
They throw it in the same fucking boiling hot oil like everything else. This is absolutely ludicrous. Lines of division run deep on this one. There
No
are folks
way.
on both sides of the
Are
court.
there? How? How are there fucking people on both sides of
I'm
this
saying.
fucking camp, dude?
I'm saying,
How are you
this seems
for
pretty
choking
cut and dry.
hazard?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
I mean, it's in the goddamn title of the food.
Yeah.
To argue that it's a method of cooking, like, what does that even mean?
Ugh.
This is big chicken wing.
Yeah,
getting
it really
its
is.
greasy,
It really is,
slimy
dude.
fingers
Uh-huh.
in.
Yep.
Using that big money, throwing that cash.
Clarence Thomas is just
sticking
fucking
it to the little
licking
man.
fucking sauce off his fingers. Just go, Yeah, no, I think it's a cookie style.
Yeah. These aren't chickens. These are cocks, if you ask me.
That's fucking out of control. I
This is
have not
absurd. I
heard
was
that.
incensed when I heard
You
the
should
story,
be, dude.
gentlemen. This
Yeah.
was one of the most egregious miscarriages of
It
justice
truly is.
in my lifetime, without question.
It's preposterous.
It's capricious. It's arbitrary.
Yeah, no, that's fucking. I can't believe I missed that.
Well, I'm done eating chicken.
So I'm boycotting B-dubs from now on.
B-dub and B-dubs.
Yeah, mostly B-dub, our producer, and boycott.
Hey.
Also, one more. This isn't that funny of a story, but it was kind of a wild one.
The other
this
ones
was a
were
couple
great.
weeks back. Fucking rad bastard. Son of a bitch. This Grand Rapids dude got charged with a felony for pointing a laser pointer at a helicopter. Did you guys hear about this?
I call that a Thursday.
Yeah, indeed.
So it's this guy. He was 37. Apparently, he thought it was a drone follow, which sounds ridiculous, but it's kind of plausible, right?
Yeah.
Like, if a helicopter's far up as fuck, it looks small. Like, one could see how that would happen. But I guess the helicopter's like driving over his car. So he just kind of gave it the old fuck you, and he's pointing at it. He was annoyed. He thought it was a drone following him.
Yeah.
And that's like a highly illegal thing. I don't know.
Really?
Yes.
What law is this?
We can have bones in our chicken, but we
Yes,
can't fucking flash a
seriously.
laser at a helicopter.
What the
What
fuck?
law is this, you ask, my friend? I'm glad you did.
All right.
It is a statute titled Beam of Light or Energy Aimed at Plane or Train. This is the kind of
Holy
hard-hitting knowledge
shit,
we bring to
dude.
you on the Dangerville Podcast. Yes, this is a real thing. Chopper ended up following the dude, and they tracked him. They put the police on him and shit, dude.
What the fuck? This is
was a
our
whole
tax
thing.
dollars at work right
Apparently,
here.
this is the first guy to like be charged with this as an actual thing.
What a
So
claim to
Damn.
fame, yeah.
pretty wild, dude.
I'm the helicopter guy.
When's your court date, Carl?
It's actually Christmas, the week of Christmas.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally something. Who wouldn't do that? Also, well, first of all, let me back it up a little bit. Who is also still carrying around a laser
That's a
pointer?
very
on
good
him?
point, yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude? What is it, fucking 94 or whatever when those things were new?
It's a nice throwback move on his part, dude. The laser
Indeed.
pointer on the dick's a classic. I mean, it never goes out of
Yeah.
style.
This is just the first time he was caught.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
This
a
is not his
serial
first
laser
time.
pointer, this guy, dude.
It's hard to, like...
You know, and then the more that I think about it, I think this guy fucking does need to be put away, dude.
Yeah.
This is not his fucking first. Yeah, they've been after this guy for
Yeah, this
fucking.
guy's a scourge
Also,
on society.
dude,
What's
the
this helicopter
FBI.
doing, too?
Right, yeah.
Like,
what the
is
fuck
it up there
this?
patrolling for crime? And then it's just like, oh, laser guy.
Yeah,
So
laser
let's
guy.
get him.
There's a fucking murder over here. There's
Yeah.
a drug deal going on over here. Fucking laser pointer guy.
Also, what
It
kind
really
of
hurt.
what
That
kind
really
of
hurt my
half-ass
eye.
police helicopter pilot is incapable of dealing with a laser? It's like, oh,
Seriously.
this guy's got a fucking $5 Walmart laser thing. I
Yeah.
can't possibly contend
What
with
the
this.
fuck, dude?
That's a bush league. It's some
Like,
bitch-made
just
helicopter
move
down
on.
his part.
Yeah, for real, for real. Yeah, fuck those guys, man.
It stinks.
Indeed. What do you got here, B-Dub? I saw this fucking
got a
happening. It looks
clip
fucking
for you to watch.
Yeah, this looked like one of the greatest things. Who's the guy playing Biden?
That's Adam Ray.
Okay,
Yeah, Adam
all
Ray.
right.
Oh! Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
She's up in Michigan. She's a beautiful woman. She's a scientist. She's trapped. She's a beautiful woman. Whenever she tells everybody she's a scientist, I'm always like, and I'm her experiment that went horribly wrong.
Fucking Jacob Barr.
Yeah, throwing it down.
Shane Gillis's Trump impression is top tier.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
It's
so good,
as
dude.
good as anything Daryl Hammond has ever done presidential.
He's really fucking
It's
really
so
banking
good.
on it too, dude. He's like got this one impression
Oh,
that
it's
dominates.
so fun. And he's
Yeah.
hilarious enough.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got enough
Shane
other
Gillis is
material.
real.
But dude, that fucking impression. Keep that thing rolling 20
True.
years from now,
Yeah.
bro. Never give
True.
that
They
bit
did.
up. It's
They
so
did
good.
that to kill Tony Set the day after the assassination assassination attempt.
Yeah.
So I bet Shane Gillis was like, "Oh, thank God."
Oh yeah.
I think it's probably like, "Oh, thank God, my career."
Indeed.
Yeah. No, I know that dude, Jacob. He's a Ann Arbor comic.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done some shows with him. He's fucking rad as hell, too.
Yeah.
Pterodactyl arms. So, yeah, he's
Nice.
fucking great.
Yeah, it seems like he's fucking hilarious. I need to get back on Kill Tony, man. I was watching it for a long time, and then I totally fell off. Honestly, I don't know, when it got like super popular, it kind of got like bad for a while for me. I was just like, I don't know, like it seems like they're like trying too hard or something. I don't know
Yeah.
what it was. It got annoying.
I was
to me
on
or
it.
something. Were you on it?
Yeah. It was bad. I was like maybe 2 months into stand up. It was not good.
I mean, when was that? That show's not been on for that long.
Oh, it's been on for quite a while.
6-7 years or something?
Yeah, it was. I was on it in 2018 or 2019.
Okay,
They
yeah.
came to Grand Rapids.
Okay,
And they
yeah.
did it at the Pyramid Scheme. And I was like, I was selected. And
Nice.
I was like brand new to stand up, so all
Right.
I had was breakup jokes. And it was. I've gotten better.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
Also, like, I kind of hate on Red Band. Not gonna lie, he's just also very annoying to me.
Only ever heard him on a Rogan. Not a fan.
I
Not a
like
fan
his
of Rogan.
production on. He's certainly no B-dub. Oh yeah,
I mean,
our
who is
producer
the B-dub?
literally has left. I don't even know. I'm trying to
singing
for the
B-dub's
first time
praises.
ever. I'm actually complimenting him on the show, and he's taking a
Yeah,
shit
go
or
take a
something.
shit.
It's like these guys sound like
Sucks.
narcissists.
I get it.
And he just left. He's this is like you hear his peeling out right now.
I'm all set. This is a tremendous waste of my talents.
I don't know. I need to get back on it. I know it's very funny. but-
I usually see who the guests are, and then I'll
Yeah,
go from there because
right.
like they have so many regulars now that like
I know that was part of it. I felt like also Tony was just like every single thing was just like when he's trying to rip on him, it was just some like weird like, have you had sex today? Are you gay? Like
Yeah.
and I was just like, okay, like that didn't have anything to do with what he did. Like I don't know, it was just like
no, it used to be like a good because when I was listening to it before I started stand up, like there was like advice given.
Yeah.
They're like here's how you can get better. Like
right.
here's
It was
like,
more like
Yeah.
real, and then it just became like
now it's just like it's evolved into like kind of like a carnival, which
Yeah.
like it's successful that way, like
Yeah.
good for them, but like it's like it's not what it was like. It wasn't helpful
What's
anymore.
the
Yeah.
format of the show? Like they have actual comics doing like bits or sketches, and then they have
yeah,
people.
Yeah, they have like
what's
a
the whole deal
dais,
with
like
it?
Tony and Red Band, and then they'll have like a guest. Like that time it was like Adam Ray and Gillis.
Yeah.
But they'll have like other guys, and then comics get their name drawn out of a bucket, like at random, and then they do 1 minute, and then you just get interviewed. So, and it's like the interview
But-
can be like just about them, about comedy, like it's just.
And then but then they're supposed to also like they'll rip on you if you suck, but then they were supposed to like give you like advice as a comic too,
Right.
and whatever. That's why it's Kill Tony, because you're supposed to kill with
Yeah.
your material or whatever. But
Yeah, that was pretty self-explanatory.
okay, I want you are a fucking moron.
I
so,
know that guy
so-
too. I've performed with him in Indiana.
Nice.
Him and his girlfriend, they were on it. They're amateur wrestlers.
Wow.
And they moved to
Wow.
That's
Austin.
fucking Rogan. Who's the other guy?
Matt McCusker.
Matt
he's
McClusker.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I
he's
know who
the-
that is.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
yeah.
He's
Okay.
from
Gillis'
Man Chain
co-host.
Secret
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Podcast.
I just didn't recognize him. Yeah,
He's a shaman. I love him.
yeah.
McCusker's kind of the man. I didn't know what to.
I like him. I think
You're
he's
a
funny as hell.
McCusker, by the way.
I mean, I'm far superior to McCusker. in
Clearly,
fairness, but, yeah.
clearly better.
Do you have a flute?
Is that what his?
I play a hell of a recorder.
Yeah,
for the
432 megahertz.
Not that 440 shit.
I don't know. I actually know about that. You guys gonna watch this fucking Rogan special tomorrow or what? Tuning in?
Probably catch it, dude.
No, I'm not gonna catch it.
No, I'm going
Even
to a
to
zoo,
stink it?
and then I'm gonna go play pool, get high, and then eat spaghetti and watch a horror movie. I'll watch clips. Like I'll ask everybody else what they thought of it.
That sounds like a pretty
'Cause-
dominant day. in
Yeah,
fairness,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. This is far superior
'cause there's
plan.
it's like it's not a zoo. It's like it's a zoo, but it's kind of down by Greenville. It's like it's called Deer Tracks. So it's just
Hey,
it's
I know what it is. I've seen
Yeah.
a billboard.
I'm gonna go fucking
Yeah.
like feed an emu with my hands.
deer.
It's scary as
We're gonna
shit.
go fight a goat.
Yeah, like I'm driving there, and then I'm gonna take an edible like halfway there, and then
Nice.
like probably 10, 15 minutes away. I don't like to drive while high. That's like I don't do that.
Come on.
Drive safe, kids.
Quit being a pussy.
Exactly.
Get your laser pointer.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get too
Come on, man.
crimes.
This podcast does not condone driving
Exactly.
unsober.
The podcast doesn't, but I do personally.
Or if
Right.
you do, you got to drive fast so you get there more quickly. It's
Exactly.
simple
Yeah,
math.
I mean,
It's
if
simple
you
math
do
again.
what you got to do, though.
Yeah. But
Are you a big pool guy, by the way?
I'm getting back into it. I used to. I used to hang out at this bar. It's the garage bar now. It used to call it Teasers.
Yeah,
It was
we
like-
used to play teasers when it was teasers.
I were like, so I
It's
like
terrible.
There was I rock climb as well, and there was a climbing gym behind Teasers.
Oh, really?
And I would climb, and I would go to Teasers, and I would just walk in, just like scrawny little rock climber dude, covered in chalk, and then just all these bikers. And
Yeah,
I just like I clicked with them. Like I was just like hell yeah, and then like all the waits that like the bartenders.
Well,
and, like,
because
cooks.
both those things are kind of like actually a secret gay scene. So
Pretty
I think
much, yeah.
that's what that
so
was.
we would
probably.
make out and see who had a stronger grip. I'd always win. I'd really give them the old throttle.
The old throttle.
Yeah, I'd show them their hug. They'd show me mine.
Yes.
But I would just hang out there all the fucking time, and then they had really decent pool tables.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I would just like play with like one of the dudes that bartended, and he was one of the cooks there. And one of my best friends, Shane, and he was like he was like a pool shark, and he like kind of taught me some shit. I was never as good as him by any stretch, but like we would go and play and like when I would use like their cues, like I would win some cash here and there.
Nice.
But
Nice.
I kind of
Yeah.
fell off,
Yeah.
and I've been like playing here and there just with like house sticks and like just seeing what I can do. But
Right.
it's just
Yeah.
enjoyable.
That's weird. So
it's a
everybody
blast,
named
man.
Shane plays pool.
I was just gonna say our boy
pretty much,
Shane
yeah.
just
We
won
gotta-
the Michigan
fuck
State
yeah.
fucking championship.
Yeah, they went to Vegas. And
Oh,
everything.
damn.
They they won the thing here, and their team got out to fucking Vegas to play. and
Shout
all
out
that shit.
Shane.
Oh, that's rad.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking good.
Used to be able to take a game off now and then back in the day. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Coming for that ass, Shane. No, he'll verify it. I can shoot some sticks on.
Can
You
you?
ain't never see me on a pool table. I fucking dominate, bro.
Yeah,
I do work on the felt.
fair.
That's how I get
Fair
after
enough.
it, man.
Fair enough. Yeah, it would be fun to get fucking super good at pool. But
Yeah. It's a fun feeling when you like sink one. You're like, fuck yeah, I meant to do that.
Indeed. Yeah, we definitely got to get good at some even way more
At
random.
anything.
Yeah.
At something.
Yeah, indeed. Literally anything at this point would be good.
Pickled eggs.
I have a bad habit. I just like pick up hobbies for a while, and then I like get like moderately good at it, and then I just quit. It's a bit I do.
Sounds
But
about
like,
right.
like I took up sword fighting last year.
I do. Yeah, fencing's been on the fucking list.
I
for a
didn't
long
even do
time.
fencing. I did like medieval sword and buckler.
It's more of LARPing.
Indeed.
than anything.
Yeah, dude, I like showed up and like apparently like you had to know how to fence and everything before the class, and they were just like, "You'll be all right." I just got fucked up every class.
I just brought a sword out into the street and just started chasing
Yeah.
people, and just like, no, I'm really into sword fighting.
But like my one cheat code was I was like, all right, like everyone that like the sword fighting class, all the students were like really awesome, like all the people, because you got to like spar afterward.
Yeah.
And my only the only thing that kept me like I won a few fights was I was like, all right, well, I'm not a fucking nerd, so I'm gonna go bully on these dorks.
Indeed.
And I just like muscled my way in.
I've had sex before.
Yeah, I was like, smell my finger, and then like distract them.
I feel like the move is going in there Honda 100 hand style with the
Yeah.
sword. Just
Well,
fucking-
it's tough because you have like I did sword and buckler, so you have like a tiny shield, like a 12-inch shield, like in front of you, and like your sword here. So you're like kind of like blocking, and like so you have to like use both at once.
Whoa.
Weird.
And
That's
there's a
out of
lot
control.
of different like it's because you could like I would do the one where you hide the sword behind the shield and you like creep up and you like stab, but like it was
Weird. I don't know,
it got really
Yeah.
it's hard, like it is
Yeah.
like exhausting, like
Yeah.
one sword fight.
fighting is much more difficult than I would have thought.
Yeah. I was
watched Game of
sweating.
Thrones a couple times. I figured I'd be fine.
Way harder. Like I was panting after every single one.
Oh,
Like
it's gotta be brutal. How heavy is the shield slash sword? Are they fucking monsters?
I don't know.
or what?
It's not that bad, but like after holding it out for a while, you can feel it.
Yeah.
You know?
Is it
and,
like a metal blunt sword or what's it made
no? Well,
of?
when you're like in the class and sparring,
Full
you just
edge,
use
dude.
like it's like sharp as fuck.
You gotta go big or go
Poison.
home,
I
right?
did
Yeah.
shit on mine. No, it's like we were using like fiberglass swords, so they had a little bit of bend to them.
Okay.
But yeah, this is
There
sword
we
and
go.
buckler. So like I had like the helmet and like the wrist guards, and then like I had to wear like rugby gloves. But it was or lacrosse gloves. I'm sorry, but
This looks pretty rad. I've been telling people for many years I'm a former fencing state champion of Michigan.
are you?
No.
Okay, cool.
I was actually signed up for fencing right before COVID hit, and they shut everything down.
You guys are like,
Never did it.
nah, I'm not a pro,
I
but
was
these
gonna
guys
do
are
it,
being
though.
pretty fucking loose.
Yeah,
They're not
these
doing
guys
any
suck.
wards. Like,
Come on.
they're not trying to hide. Oh,
I know.
are they using metal swords? No, they got. I think they're
These
using
guys-
metal. Yeah. So that is like they do like ramp it up where they'll use like full armor and like they'll, like people like break their
Yeah.
fingers and shit. Like,
I mean, if
yeah.
I'm being honest, these guys look pretty bitch made. I
Yeah,
like
this
my
is- this
chances
is kinda lame,
against
dude.
any of these 6 guys.
These guys suck.
Fencing is the sport we need to go all in on. That's
I
the
know.
obscure
That's
sport
what
we
I'm
gotta
saying.
get. It's like 6 Princeton cucks, dude, who've been
Yep.
doing this shit. Like, that's the only people I know on offense.
Like,
I'd like
when-
my chances against them without question.
when I showed up for class, like people were dressed like that. Like they were dressed like for the class, and I literally showed up with just like
Yeah. You're like the
Gym
guy.
shorts.
You're like the guy from Turkey with
yeah,
the
I'm
gun.
the Turkish
Yeah,
pistolier.
yeah.
Like,
You're
Cargo shorts and a Tommy Bahama shirt. Let's get after it,
Jeans
boys.
I just came from the bar.
Soccer shin guards on and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to fucking sword fight.
Like, are you guys
fucking
ready for class?
go.
I'm like, I just gotta finish this joint. I'm good to go, guys. Like, you can't be high when you're sword fighting. Like,
It's the
chill
only.
out.
It's the only way you can
Yeah.
do it. Dude.
Was it awesome, dude? It seems like it'd be a fucking blast.
yeah, no, it was cool. Like, it was genuinely like fun, and it was very challenging. Like, the people in the class, like I mean, they were dorks, but they were cool as fuck. Like, I
Yeah.
genuinely like they were all good people.
I'm
like,
sure,
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with being a dork, but like these guys were like, they were good at their sword
I
fighting.
can't
Like,
imagine you're meeting a lot of assholes in this particular
No,
sport.
you
know?
did. So
Yeah.
I did run into people that were like, so for the final class, they were like, all right, now's the end all. So like anybody who took any kind of sword class could show up and fight our class. So we just had like a battle royale like in a
yeah,
field.
dude.
And it was just like, so there was like longsword, spear, like pirate, saber, all that shit. And we had to
Damn.
fight them. And some of those guys were pretty fucking arrogant. Like they were like yeah, like they were like talking in accents. I'm like, dude, you're from fucking Granville.
Well, they're talking-
okay?
yeah,
Like
talking
I'm a
in
former
accents.
Estonian
Yeah.
champion.
Yeah,
what the
your
fuck?
fucking musketeer mustache doesn't impress me, dude. Okay, and like they were
Tiny
like,
looking motherfucker.
You gotta
Exactly.
shave that fucker right off with that sword, dude. That's what I'd fucking
exactly, and like the dude with the spear, like that's fucking noob
do. You
tube.
show up with a spear.
Yeah, he brought a spear, and like, and if you just get touched by it, you get hit. Like that counts. So I'm like,
Yeah.
and it's so hard. You can't get because like he just has like a fucking 8-foot
Maybe the
radius.
spear guys fucking got it figured out, dude.
No, because like
Yeah.
I ran right at him. I just sprinted towards him. I like broke all. Like I was like, fuck stances. I'm just sprinting at this guy. Like,
Fuck the spear guy.
I'm gonna be like Brad Pitt and fucking Troy. Just
yeah,
like,
dude. One
and like
hit, dude.
I ran right at him and I fucking hit him right in the chest. And like they're like, nope, Carl, you lost. He tapped you. I'm like, fuck that. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
weak
flesh
sauce.
wound. Like
Yeah.
I'm good. Like, this guy's got a spear and he's got a. I put my saber into his heart. Like he's dead.
Yeah.
But like no, you lost. I'm like fuck this.
That's a move, dude. We got to go back, dude. Next time you go, we're coming with you. I got to get fucking. We got to get swords
So
immediately.
I,
When do we do
I
this?
don't have
Yeah.
plans on doing it again, but I just last weekend the Air Museum in Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
it's like my
The
favorite.
Air
Shout
Zoo.
out
The
Air
Air
Zoo,
Zoo.
baby. Yeah.
Dude. I've been like I went there 2 weeks ago for adult space camp. So they closed
Nice.
the Air Zoo to all children. It's only adults, 21 and up. They have bars, activities. Like some are pretty fucking stupid,
Yeah.
but they had just you can drink, and then they had lightsaber fighting. It's like they had like this like there's a lightsaber academy in Kalamazoo, and they're like, yeah,
Wow.
you can like fucking
That's
learn
the
how to
nerdiest
lightsaber.
shit I've ever heard
Here's
of,
the thing:
dude.
I was drinking, and I had like a space ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
So I ate that, and I was like, I'm gonna go do some fucking lightsaber battling now. So I go over, and I'm wearing a NASA jumpsuit because like people are dressed up.
awesome.
There's like
Nice.
Darth Vader's walking around.
Yeah.
And I go over, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna throw you this dude, and like he's teaching me, and he kept smiling at me. Like he was like it was very confusing. I was like, do I have something on my face? Like, and he just
You're
kept
about
like
to.
very smiling. Yeah. And then I was like, I was like trying to end I was like, all right, we've learned everything there is to teach. We sparred. I'm like, all right, cool, man. I'm like, this was fun. He's like, oh, let's do this again. And he just kept smiling and smiling. And then I get finally like he like lets me like I'm like, all right, dude, I'm done. Like, and I go away at my girlfriend. She's like, I think he wanted to fuck you. This guy, he was smiling. He was in love with me. I'm like, I was like, fuck.
There's a saber pun in here somewhere.
I gave him my number because he was like, yeah, I'm thinking about opening a lightsaber class in Grand Rapids. And I was like, yeah, take my info. So I'm like, fuck, I just got hit on. But it was so cool. It was like, that shit's so fun. Like, sword fighting, it's the purest form of combat. Once the Paul brothers started doing it.
Once the Paul brothers start doing it, then this is going to be super douchey.
I'm going to go on record. I've challenged Jake Paul to a sword fight right now.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's go time, baby.
Yeah.
Side note, I feel like an adult-only air zoo is kind of the only acceptable way to go to the air zoo. I was there as a grown single man one time with friends who had children walking around. Like, this is... I was getting a little evil eye from the parents.
I was there when I was living down there. When I was 20, whatever.
Air Zoo's rad. It's dope.
The Air Zoo was a shit.
So I have a story. I go there all the time. It's like I love aerospace and like all that shit. Like,
Sweet, yeah.
So my fiance and I, we went down there, and I love to walk around airplanes high. So I took an edible, and it was kicking my ass. And they have this movie theater you can go in. Like they have like animated films, like just on like Apollo 11 mission and all that shit. So I'm like, let's do that. So I'm sitting there, and like, I hope this isn't a bummer of a story, but I'm like sitting in our seats, and this dude with like just like young Asian dude with like special needs. Like this dude has it. Like he is like full on.
Yeah.
And like that's rad. Like I'm glad that he's out doing shit. And he comes right to our row, sits right next to me. And then his parents sit right behind us. Bad move on the parents. The first thing they do is they lean forward and like, okay, Tran, because that's his name. They go, okay, Tran, keep your hands to yourself. And I'm high as fuck. And I'm like, God damn it.
That's not what you want to hear.
I've only known Tran for 5 seconds. If I know one thing about Tran, he's not going to keep his hands to himself. So, like, the movie's, like, about to start, and it's, like, about the rocket going to the moon. And, like, he keeps, like, pointing to the screen, and I'm like, yeah, man. Like, cause, like, I'm like, yeah, that's fucking cool, dude. Like, we're doing it. Like, this is sweet. It's going to be a good time. And the movie's going on, and then like the rocket launch happens, and when that fucking explosion happens, fucking Tran goes nuts. and he gave up on keeping his hands to himself. He grabs my thigh so hard, like he was gripping my thigh and like rubbing it. And I'm like, and I'm so high, I'm like, I don't know how to handle this. Fucking mom and dad aren't doing shit. And I'm looking at my girlfriend, and she's just like, oh, fuck, what do we do? Because you don't want to be a dick. Because, like, he doesn't know what he's doing is, like...
No, yeah, for sure.
Tran doesn't know he has the strength of 10 men.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Where did that go? What the fuck, dude?
I thought Tran was about to show up.
That's Tran's walkout.
Yeah, but then...
What the fuck?
He's, like, got his hand on my thigh, but then he starts, like, making his way up.
Oh, no.
Towards the nether region.
Oh, no.
And I'm like... And I am, at this point, I'm like...
A little hard.
Disassociating. Yeah, I'm like, I hope he's 18, because I'm about to go to jail. But then I'm just like, oh, fucking please stop. And then finally my fiance, like, she was just like, hey, man. Like, she, like, tapped him on the arm, and then he, like... And then the parents finally were like, hey, Tran. And, like, he, like... But he just kept grabbing me. The rest of it was only a 15-minute movie, but it felt like 4 fucking hours. And, like, we got up, and, like, we're walking out. The parents were like, thank you for being so understanding. I'm like... I was like, if I was, like, sober, I would have been like... Fuck you all the way. It's like, thank God it was me and not like my girlfriend, like who was like in that same. If she was in a situation, that would have been a whole different fucking ballgame. Like I was just like, I got molested.
Were you able to finish?
Yeah,
bro.
I just went into the flight simulator, went upside down, choked myself, finished on F-14. You know, really brought the tigers out
between 3 and 6 G's.
Yeah, dude, he found my G. But I was like, God damn, like I was so uncomfortable. Like I was like, I don't know, like. Because, like, dude, he didn't do anything wrong.
No, yeah.
He was just, like, he was living his dream.
Yeah.
You know? And I was just, like, I was, trying to live mine. But it fucked me up for a while. But I love the Air Zoo still. I'm going again. I'm going next weekend because they have the SR-71 Blackbird.
Nice.
And I paid $200 to sit in the cockpit of it. Yeah. I have disposable income for dumb shit. So so I'm doing that, and then 2 weeks from there, I'm going back. They're doing C-47 rides, Like the
Hell
plane
yeah.
they jumped out of
Yeah.
a Band of Brothers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I'm going up in that.
Nice,
Sick,
dude.
dude.
That's
Last
rad
week
as
I
hell.
flew a Huey, like the Vietnam era chopper.
Wow.
Like, flying that.
God
Like,
damn.
I didn't know they did like that kind of like
Yeah.
hardcore shit there.
it's cool as hell. And like I was
Yeah.
like in the gunner seat of the Huey, so I was just like dangling off the side.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
this is the shit.
Oh, shout out
Sick,
Aries.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
damn.
they
dude.
know what they're doing.
Underutilized
I know,
resource.
we gotta
Like
get
5
that to the
minutes away
fucking
from
air
that,
zoo.
dude.
Space camp
Yeah.
is the thing to do.
That's
That
top
was
priority.
so fun. Like they had like a
Fuck
little like
yeah.
a streamlined camper setup with a bunch of aliens and shit. Like it's
That's
Damn,
awesome.
I didn't know that. We
Gotta have it. Yeah,
fucking
for
hit
sure.
the air
Get
zoo back up
nice.
there.
Yeah.
Roasted and hit up the airs. This is top
Yeah.
priority, boys.
it's worth it.
Fuck yeah, man. You ever been to the Gilmore Car Museum down there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. That's
Yup.
fucking. That's a blast.
oh fuck no! I was thinking the Ford Museum.
Yeah, also awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
I've been there.
Hit
but
that
not the-
Gilmore Car Museum.
I
down
need
there.
to. I was
Fucking sweet, dude.
because when I was in Royal Oak, I was there when I was featuring for TJ Miller, and like
Yeah.
I was trying to find shit to do during the day, and like we ended up just like hanging out. But like that was one of the options. It was that, and then we went indoor skydiving. But I was
Oh, yeah,
the Gilmore Car Museum. That was like one of the things I wanted to do.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
next
mean,
time.
that's more like Kalamazoo area though. This
Gilmore?
Yeah, the Gilmore Car. It's like
I thought that was like fucking Detroit area.
no. There's the other one. There's like Greenfield. I don't know. There's I don't know. There's the Henry Ford. I forget. I've been. to all
This is
that
like the
shit,
Greenwich
yeah.
Village or some shit.
Yeah, there's all
Okay.
that shit. No, Gilmore Car Museum is like, it's in like Galesburg, kinda or something.
Oh.
It's like Kalamazoo, Battle Creek.
Okay.
It's kind of in the middle of fucking
Fuck.
nowhere.
All right.
Yeah.
When I do that
it's sick,
C-47 ride, I'll go there
dude.
too.
It's badass. Yeah. It's
fucking love
well
museums.
worth going to. Me too, dude. It's
Yeah.
literally my favorite thing in the world is getting high and going to a museum.
Yes.
It's literally my favorite thing
It's
in the
so
world.
cool.
It's so fun, dude.
Even the Pellet Museum, like it's
Yeah.
pretty boring. Grand Rapids is like, but every so often we get a pretty cool exhibit.
Dude, I
And
love fucking art museums. Fucking
the art museum, Grand
everything,
Rapids
dude.
Art Museum is super awesome.
Yeah.
Thursdays it's free.
The Muskegon Art Museum's the shit.
Is it just like people shitting on walls? Fucking Muskegon.
The Muskegon Art Museum dominates the Grand Rapids Art Museum. It's far superior.
Really?
Far superior. It's way better.
Damn.
I love
That's
it.
a bold
The
call.
Detroit Art
Bold
Museum,
call.
though, is one of the fucking
Yeah.
world-class art museums in the world. It's amazing. We'll spend 6 hours in there fucking walking around. It's fucking incredible.
But have you been to the Wacky Taxidermy Museum?
I have not
It's in
been to
Mackinac
that.
City.
Ooh, I've been to Mackinac City several
You
times. I
have to
didn't know
go
that.
to the Wacky Taxidermy
All right.
Museum.
All right. That's on the list.
I cannot stress it enough. It's the greatest place in the world. It's just these two stoners that just take acid and do taxidermy. There's just like they'll take like a duck head, put it on a turtle.
Oh,
And like
man.
they'll take like a fucking
Going full
woodchuck.
eye on the Dr. Moreau on
They
it.
have
Yeah.
like it is like it's a miniature museum, so it's like a mini like there's like just like little dioramas
walls are
of shit.
small?
No, yeah, tiny. You have to like crawl through a door, but it is rad. I can't stress enough. You have to check it out.
I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the House on the Rock in Wisconsin?
I've heard of this.
Bro, if getting high and going to a museum is your jam, you need to go there immediately. Take a weekend.
Yeah.
And go. It is so choice.
Is this what you were sending
Yes.
with the pics with like the big Rube Goldberg
Dude,
machines and shit?
it is.
What?
It is one of the most out of control places I've ever been to. You get high as balls and walk there. I was shitting on it going into it. One of the greatest fucking days of all time,
Holy
dude.
fuck.
I was ripping on a fucking weed vape the whole time. So awesome. It's so awesome. I can't even like explain it, but I'll try quickly.
I can't explain it, but I'll do so poorly now.
Yeah.
There's the actual House on the Rock, which is like this crazy. There's this crazy like. It's a house. It's fucking like weird architecture. Like it's, but then it's like the rest of it is just like a huge museum of the craziest. Like it's all like these like Rube Goldberg machines, like giant robotic orchestras. You put a quarter in, and the entire room. It's like Dr. Seuss style. Like
that's wild.
The whole room is an
Damn.
instrument, and it's playing, and it's massive. Like absolutely fucking massive. All kinds of carnival. It's very carnival-y.
Okay.
Dude, it's so fucking badass.
It's too bad you have to go to fucking Wisconsin for
Yeah,
it.
but it's not that far. You know what I mean? Like it's close
Yeah.
enough where like it's worth going the weekend. Like I shit you not, it is worth
Okay.
taking the weekend and going book a fucking room. It's so much fun, dude. I couldn't believe how badass it
I was in
dude.
Wisconsin last year, and I was just so excited to leave.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the house on the rock, and that's about it.
I was in we took the Badger
Yeah.
to Manitowoc, and then I was like, all right, where are all the fucking mouth breathers?
Yeah.
Then we went to Sheboygan, stayed in Sheboygan, and then we went to Milwaukee for the Pabst Mansion.
Yeah.
It's
That
actually
was pretty
pronounced
cool.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, yeah.
Milwaukee.
Saw the Pabst Mansion, then we just drove to all Dahmer spots.
It's a good move, dude.
And we're like, all right, let's go home.
Did you catch the Dahmer series on Netflix from a couple years back?
Oh,
dude?
yeah.
That was fucking rad, dude.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, I'm so... Yeah.
That was a real showstopper of a comment there. Please continue with your far motor takes.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, man, it's so good. All those terrible things happen, so we could be so entertained now.
There is that real weird feeling, man, because I was kind of like back in the day, especially, I was obsessed with serial killers, read so many books about serial killers.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating, but the whole time, you're just like on the fence because you want it to be as entertaining as possible, but it's also like this shit really happens, so you feel like a real piece of shit rooting for it.
Yeah.
Real double-edged sword of entertainment.
Were you
there.
rooting for Dahmer?
Yeah,
root
rooting
for
for
Dahmer.
Dahmer a little bit.
You sick bastard.
I never rooted for Dahmer. Like I watched Breaking Bad and I rooted for Walter, but I was like, I mean, fuck.
I mean, this is one of the greatest characters in history here. This is,
You gotta
was
root
good.
for Jack the Ripper a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, but like he only killed like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, it was
That's
like
weak
it was
sauce.
like 6.
That's nothing.
amateur status.
Yeah, he's got those are rookie numbers.
Anything under
Yeah.
a double-digit body count,
Yeah.
you're not getting my
Kyle
attention.
Kinane's got a great bit about that. He's like, he went on a walking tour, and they're like, "This is it? Like,
Yeah.
if you were in America, you'd be fucking nobody."
Yeah, indeed.
Kinane's the man. Dude.
Actually,
Kinane's
not
a
the
funny
fucking
kid.
biggest Jack the Ripper fan. It is kind of lame. I feel like every time like I watch it, I'm like, yeah, okay, we get it. We're never gonna solve it. We get it.
Yeah.
There's a new fucking Unsolved Mysteries. That's why I'm thinking about it. The new Netflix Unsolved Mysteries. There's a new season. There's like 6 episodes,
Huh.
and the first one is a Jack the Ripper, and it's just kind of like, all right, we've heard it all. Nobody's ever going to solve this.
Really,
Like,
you're
it's
running
like-
out of material.
Yeah,
It's unsolved
yeah,
mysteries.
yeah.
Yeah, let's go back to Jack the
that
Ripper.
said, the like episode 3 is about this kid finds a severed human head on the side of the road.
Jesus Christ.
And that's it. That's the episode.
Yo.
No idea who it is. They can't figure out who it is, why, where, nothing. It's so fucking random. And I was just like, this
Isn't
is the
having
greatest.
the head half the battle? Like, isn't that among the most clear
can't figure it out.
identifiers?
Yep.
What with the teeth and the
Nope.
the DNA? And
They can't get because it's like the head was embalmed already.
Oh.
There was the eyes were replaced with red rubber balls, which no like actual what do you call it? A funeral person or whatever? Mortician.
Yeah.
They don't. That's like not something they do.
Well, no shit.
But they do weird
Hey,
shit.
can you
where they,
put
like-
some fucking rubber balls in Grandpa's head, please?
But they do.
That's
put,
the
like,
most awesome sentence I've ever heard. Like, yeah, they found super balls in the eyes, which
They do tons of
weirdly
crazy
enough,
shit.
is not
though.
something they do as a
They do
mortician,
put
though.
eye things in, and they put eye caps on, and all. So this is things that they actually fucking do. But they're literally like bouncy balls that came out of a fucking spinny thing you go to at the fucking restaurant or
paddle
thing. They were trying to track down these balls that were made in China. They're so prevalent that there's no possible way to track them and all this shit. It is
Smart.
it is out of fucking control though. It's like so
What a sick fucking bastard. That guy's really taking it up a notch, bro.
it's so, and then it gets into all this shit about fucking there's like these like conventions where people sell body parts and shit, like
Yeah,
literally
just in
at the
Grand
fucking
Rapids.
goddamn Ramada room, you know, like the fucking it's like
How is that even legal?
I don't
How-
think it
is this
is.
a
It's
thing?
just like it's fucking out of control, dude.
Guy from the Ramada popping in, like, everybody okay?
Yeah,
We
that's
need,
what it is. Yeah,
Need
You
any
got-
orange juice?
Yeah.
You doing all right?
All set on iced
Thanks
tea?
for choosing Ramada.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Happy to have you here, yes. I've never been able to wrap my head around a Bob Stackless Unsolved Mysteries. I can't bring myself to watch it.
It's good. The
just
new
brings up
the
too
new
many,
shit's good.
yeah.
The new shit's good. Yeah, I like it. I actually just watched that last night. I've been really binging shit because I'm fucking like because I'm back on the train.
Did you watch Tires?
No, but that's on the
really
list.
good.
He loves it.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. Oh, I thought it was terrible.
Yeah,
B-Dub. I thought it was the worst
yeah,
show in the
yeah.
history of the
No,
world.
it's just
B-Dub. Somebody
it's
give it a
just
second watch there.
the
huh?
acting,
Somebody,
the
give it a second
cinematography, the writing are all really bad. But it's
Everything
good.
about it's terrible.
This is a
It's
terrible
easy.
call.
Literally every objectifiable fact about it is bad, but I enjoy it.
Tires rules, man.
It
It's the
looks pretty
show
good.
we needed. It's the show the people demanded. They're coming out with a second season.
Oh,
in
I would
October or
imagine,
something.
Dude,
yeah.
I love Steve Gerben though. He's amazing in it.
Yeah, Gibbs,
Oh, yeah.
the man of that show.
I don't know who that is either. I guess
He's
I'm
the guy
lame.
from Tires.
Indeed. So what the fuck's going on with you, bro? You got gigs coming up and shit, or what?
Yeah, let's see. Let me pull up my calendar because I have in a
Oh, look at this fucking.
B-Dub,
Look at
that's
B-Dub
the
on the
business,
fucking.
baby.
Yeah.
let's see. I got the
Rock climber,
Laughters.
sword fighter, lava lamp enthusiast.
Oh,
Lava
yeah.
Lamp
Love that,
enthusiast.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Match made in heaven.
So yeah, I don't know when this comes out, but on this,
It's not coming out. None,
All right,
none of
cool.
this is real.
well, never mind then. I'll be in a fucking Muskegon the 16th for the Laughter on the Lakeshore Festival,
Oh, okay. Sick.
and then I think I'll be headlining in the UP, but no one's going to that. Just
To be
follow
fair,
my
I'm
shit.
headlining in the UP as well. I've, you
All
know,
right,
it's
cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just follow me if you want to see my shit.
Indeed.
I'll be around. I'm taking the rest of the year off a little bit just to like write more.
Oh,
because
cool.
like
Yeah.
I did a lot this
Really
year.
holding the sword fighting skills. Really get back
Yeah,
to the basics. Focus on what matters.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the woods with Apollo, and we're gonna just kind of train in the winter.
nice.
It'll be fun.
Hell yeah, man.
But yeah, no,
What's this? What's the social? What's the? It says Carl
Sobel Comedy.
with them underscores. Don't forget them
Yeah.
underscores, motherfuckers.
but
Yeah.
if you want
man.
to see the coolest night of my life, click on clubbing. I went with TJ Miller from Silicon Valley.
Oh, yeah.
He hired 2 bodyguards, and we went to the most sketchy nightclubs in Detroit. And we had guns pulled at one point.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a. It's very loud. Sorry about that.
So committed a little bit.
goddamn.
TJ Miller's a thoroughly
Yeah,
inappropriate human being,
There's
dude.
this club was awesome. This is Flux Deluxe. It's like an art installation place where
That does look
everything's
sick.
like neon
Whoa,
and like
that's wild, dude.
it's just like all their drinks were like smoothies, like
Cyberpunk.
slushies. Yeah.
Whoa,
Nice.
that is cool.
That's awesome.
Like, that was the
good, that
coolest
foosball
pinball.
table, yeah.
And like this was like the most surreal moment because like TJ was like, "Dude, isn't this wild?" I'm like, "Fuck you, man! Like, this is wild for me. I'm with fucking Ulrich." Like, well, yeah, the end of the night, like we were at a club, like it's called Society, and one of like our bodyguards was like, "We gotta get out of here." And they rushed us out with their guns drawn. Like, yeah, 2 rival gangs are like squaring up. We gotta get out of here.
When the bodyguards sketched out, probably not a great sign. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll never have a cooler night than this.
That's awesome.
That looks
TJ
fucking
Miller's
dope.
the man.
Yeah,
man.
He was so
Goddamn
rad.
blast, yeah.
He was the coolest dude.
He's a
Like
funny
he,
kid.
I know he gets a lot of shit sometimes.
yeah, a lot
but
of people
I
say he's an asshole or something.
He was the nicest, coolest dude.
Yeah.
Like I can't. Like he definitely has. He's eccentric. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
and he's
yeah.
brain damaged as fuck. Like he's got some pretty gnarly brain damage. But could not have been a cooler dude.
sick, man.
Like
That's
I was,
awesome.
he had me come open for him in Traverse City, like last minute, and I was like, dude, it's gonna be pretty tough to pull off. Like hotels are expensive. He's like, don't even worry about it. And he just like paid for my hotel, like gas and everything for the whole
Nice.
weekend. Like
Good looking out.
Yeah,
he's just
man.
a really rad dude. Like
That's killer.
I'll be Team TJ for
Fuck
a
yeah.
while.
Yeah, that's sick.
Bucket hat seems unforgivable, but outside of that,
I don't know,
he's a
those
pretty cool
glasses
guy,
are
you know?
He was
dope,
rocking
dude.
it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good look, dude. The duck sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
That's
dude,
pretty fly.
we were just like drinking, smoking weed in clubs. Like it was one of the coolest, raddest experiences of my entire
I
life.
can't even imagine.
Yeah.
And I like didn't know it was even gonna happen, so I was just wearing like an Aldi jacket and like, and he was just like, "Yeah, I got these bouncers." Like, are you kidding me?
I got to imagine the white bison joke from the news segment's probably my end with TJ. Am I next up on the dock?
I think
to be his
so.
best friend and
Yeah.
open for him?
This is the
Undoubtedly.
club where we had to run because it got really sketchy. Like that was the one where like it got pretty hectic
Fast
really
and
quick.
Furious
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
That's all in Detroit.
yeah.
Yeah.
This was like right on the like lake. Like this was like
This place kind of seems like a location rife with the ability to go horribly south.
A lot of
in a hurry,
the
for
servers
sure.
were just wearing G-strings. They had like they were like
What
giving
were the chicks wearing?
I don't even know. I didn't look at that. But there was like just sparklers going off. They would like. I read reviews and they're like, yeah, there's different prices for people. Like they'll just like charge everyone different. Like they don't care. They just name their own prices for shit. I'm like, whatever. TJ paid for everything.
Sick.
That's
man.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, looks badass. So what the fuck you doing after this? You going to a party or something?
Going karaoke.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
pretty sure as long as my fiance is still down and awake, because she was like, I'm gonna cut the grass.
Sounds like a euphemism for.
I was like, all right, but yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm down still to go. So yeah, I'm gonna head out of here. Gonna go pick her up. Go to do karaoke. I'm gonna bust out some new songs tonight. I think.
Nice. What you gonna sing?
I'm thinking. I don't know. This might
Nickleback?
be dumb. No. Might do Hero. That's not Nickleback. It's just Chad and Josie Scott. But,
That's right. That's a solo effort.
I was thinking
Yep.
Enrique Iglesias here.
That's a good one. But I think I might do Billy Squires' Stroke.
Oh, that's a good
stroke.
movie.
I think that might be a fun karaoke.
Yeah, that's
or
fun too.
I'm gonna go like a little like.
That's pretty high. He's
I
got
know.
that Zeppelin voice.
But I'm just gonna own it.
Yeah.
Normally I do
You
Skater
going
Boy.
falsetto or full voice is a
Yeah.
crucial
Full
question.
voice.
Okay, that's a
But,
baller.
or I was
movie.
thinking 1985 would be a fun one. I don't know.
I don't know. What is that?
Bowling for Soup.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a deep cut, dude. Bowling for soup.
Like I like to do ones that the crowd is going to be in for.
Yeah,
That
of
way,
course,
like
dude,
because it gets boring. Like,
Yeah.
I did Creed last time, and I was like, the chorus is the best part. So I'm like, let's just do the chorus, and then call it a good day. Like no
That's
one
what they
gives a
say.
fuck about the
Don't
rest.
bore us. Get to the chorus.
Exactly. So yeah,
Where's the
that's
karaoke spot?
Fulton Street Pub.
Okay.
I'm actually I don't know if I'm headlining it, but I'm doing a patio show there next Friday. That's gonna be rad.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hell
it's always fun because it's like outdoors and like you can just drink and get yelled at by homeless dudes.
For sure.
It's always good.
Indeed. All right, man. Fucking thank you for fucking coming on. I guess we'll
No.
fucking wrap this fucking
Hey, appreciate
shit
it,
up.
brother.
Blast.
Yeah, man. We'll fucking hit you up knowing you're around. Let us know when you're gonna come back on. Fucking spread the
for
word
sure.
a little bit, dude. We'll fucking make sure you guys follow this guy online and fucking check out them shows.
More importantly,
coming up.
make sure you follow us online first and foremost. Let's get our
honestly,
priorities in order
I
here.
don't really care about him so much, but you should definitely
Yeah.
subscribe to this show. That would be fucking great.
Yeah, I'll. Yeah, I've got a few buds too. I'll recommend. Like,
All right,
some
spread the
of
word,
them
brother.
Yeah, much appreciated, man.
Come out.
All right, let's wrap this fucking fucker up. Peace, everybody.
Peace.
See you later.